be in my live stream, please? When like help me, Cal- calm me
That is
down.
sweet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was really nice. But anyway, yeah, it was cute, and I can't remember her whole channel. Almost homesteading. She does like little mini foods, like videos
Oh,
of cooking mini foods. It's adorable.
cute.
It's really adorable, and she's a
I
hoot.
remember I think we all remember the first time we went live. Man. Oh.
Yes. I think though it's like somebody said in what Homestead Aquarius, do you remember what Tian called me? Like that I had blonde roots actually. It had to do with having blonde roots. Sorry, Laura, but it was like
Well,
it
my
was
my roots aren't blonde anymore. So.
mine aren't my color anymore either. There she is. Look at you, so
Hello.
cozy. Oh, I
I am.
recognize one of those. Uh-huh.
Ugh. Actually, I should go
Yeah.
get mine.
I know I should turn mine on actually because I was the one
Everybody
that
get a. It's
it's
like
all get
I'm
yeah.
serious.
Oh, and Diva, this almost got to you, and then I saw that the tab got completely ripped, and I had no tape with me
Oh
in the
no.
car. Yeah, I don't know if little man got to it or so. It'll get there. One day you will have what I promised you. It's stuffed completely full.
Yeah, it's going to cost you an arm and a leg and probably a kidney.
Yeah, it might. I might have to leave
Why
my
is it so expensive to send things to Canada?
I have no idea. I have no
Yeah,
idea.
Carol the something something miniature. That's the
Especially
correct
when we're connected. We have a
right.
border that connects. It's just
Exactly.
It doesn't
Yeah.
make sense to me either why
Yeah.
they do that.
No. No.
They don't want us communicating a lot. That's all. Because we might figure things out and fire them all. What the? I'm falling apart over here. See what I get. Hold on. I'm gonna have to
you sure
stand
are.
up and fix my
All right, Diva, you got the show. I'll be right back.
I gotta make
She's busy.
I gotta
I'm
make
busy.
sure my
Okay.
butt is not like right there in the pardon
Showing it.
me.
Showing.
Yeah. Showing the touche. No touche shot, please.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Am I a little bit? All right, there we go. I think that's all right. Oh yes, it's been a day. Now I don't know where the plug went. I just saw it when it fell down. There we go. All right, guys. We're just having technical difficulties here, helping out the
Yeah.
sore muscles. Woo, there we go.
Hey,
My
God's
lower
desire
back.
for me.
Hey, God's
Thanks for
desire
coming
for
in.
me. Yeah, definitely. Thanks for coming in. Yeah,
Yeah. Well, I was fortunate because it's like I've just got this, stiffness in my shoulder. We were doing a lot of moving today, and
mm.
and so my daughter said, "Oh, do you want my shoulder thing, that weighted shoulder heating pad?" And I said, "Sure." So then
Aw.
she came and put it on me and buttoned me up
Aw.
and
It's
set
funny. I
my
at first thought it was an accessory because it almost matches what you're wearing. So I
yeah,
thought it
I
was
guess
like
it
I was,
does.
I was like, well, that's a nice
Hello,
jacket,
and this
house
is my
jacket.
microphone. Hello, hello.
Oh, I've got the same kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I need one of
nice.
those. I need one of those in my life.
Everybody in the chat needs to get one now.
Yes, I know. I should probably pull it off of
It's the
Amazon and
cozy
link
cat.
it in the chat. Right?
Cozy,
Whoever
cozy
has
chat.
their Amazon link, they can do that. I don't. I lost mine for not getting enough sales, but that's okay. I wasn't pushing it. I should have.
Yeah, I don't quite understand how it all works.
Cats are always up to something.
I don't know if I have it. I keep on still doing it, but I should
They'll
probably.
let you know. They'll send you a letter, and then they tell you like you can come back and reapply for it if you want to. And I'm like, eh.
No.
I saw Diva was kind enough to share with me her first check.
Oh, I haven't got a check, so
Let's see her
Is it
face.
but I've moved
dollar
a couple times.
$38?
Was it
think it
$1? Okay, I wouldn't.
It's
Yeah.
better than nothing, right?
$1.13.
Yeah.
It was
Actually,
something like
that's
that.
pretty good. It was low though. It was like, okay, do I need to really push this? Because am I gonna make anything?
I think you make something once you're bigger, for for sure.
Uh-huh.
Oh yes, Shawnee, they do. They do. And Shawnee, if you're on Facebook,
Shawnee.
would you please find me on there? I am Carol Woods on Facebook because after this morning I wanted to find you and I wasn't sure if I found you or not. So, yes, find me please. Want to chit chat with you. We had a very good morning, I think, for you missed the doing your were you doing your class? Is that what you were teaching in class or were you doing your breads today?
I was doing breads and then mowing the lawn and moving pots and
Oh wow.
the chicken babies come tomorrow, so I had to get the brooder out.
Oh my.
And so yeah, it was a very busy outdoor day and the weather
Yeah.
was just absolutely stunning here.
Mhm.
But it's like when you go from sitting around, laying around, sitting and laying around, sitting and laying around to, hey, let's go mow the lawn that, is this long and it's wet.
Yeah.
You go, oh, I
So what
forgot.
kind of
Those
baby
muscles have
chickens are you
not
getting?
been used.
Yeah, that's a
forever.
huge challenge when it's wet usually.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thankfully don't have to do that part. And plus my husband likes doing it
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, do you mean Laura looks a little bit like Survival Lily? I think a little bit, but she's prettier. I mean, Survival Lily's pretty. Don't get me wrong, she's pretty, but
I don't know.
Laura's my friend, so she gets prettier. That's how it works.
She's the gorgeous one of
Oh,
the group.
okay,
Gorgeous is what she is.
Oh,
She is.
Yes, I'm
Stop,
getting chicks, baby
darling.
chicks. I have
That's
six
exciting.
Buff Orpingtons coming tomorrow afternoon.
I have some buff
God.
Orpingtons. I love them. They're so
Mhm.
cute.
Oh,
Mhm.
What
I have-
color are they?
I have chicken envy.
I think these are all going to be chicken envy. I think they're all going to be golden color. Like I could have ordered the lavender or the white ones,
Mhm.
but they cost more, and they don't lay. Their egg count per year is less than just the standard
Yeah.
buff.
That's
Mhm.
what I have is the standard buff, and the egg
Mhm.
count is right on. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Thank you,
And they're-
Homestead Aquarius.
Now, are Buff Orpingtons one of those a dual breed or just
Yes.
egg? Okay,
Yes.
that's what I would like if I ever do get to.
I have those on the homestead, and then I have Jersey Giants too.
Okay.
Because not only are they a dual breed, they leave the buff and the Jersey Giants give you bigger eggs. So
Oh,
Good to know.
with a big man, I need big eggs.
That makes sense. Yes, you do.
does.
Maybe you should get like a protection ostrich or something.
Well, I've got Polyma turkey in there, so
Oh, that works too. Turkeys, have big eggs too.
Yes,
Yeah.
Bob, you are pretty.
Yes, you're very pretty. Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She said Divine Bob.
Yes, divine. Fine, Bob. Yep. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's a little TMI for tonight, Bob. We're kind of not doing one of those chats, but we'll connect. We'll connect with you,
Yeah, you will have to post some of the posts on there for
Yeah.
people that are in my chat.
Oh, duh. I forgot about that. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Yes.
Yeah, they don't.
God's desire for me is over in Divas. Hello.
Yes.
Hello. Thank you for coming in. And Bob wants to know if he feels pretty when he's a jokester, just for all of you in Divas chat who don't know Bob 942. If you go and watch him, he's usually in his garage and he's basically very handy. Not the type that you would think would be wearing heels underneath his desk, but we never know.
He's handy, creative, and makes compost with unexpected tools, which is awesome.
Oh,
Yes. Yeah. He makes it like the composters, like the Lumi, is it? The ones that are on top of your counter. So he's almost making dirt. He's almost making brand new dirt that's just got more nutrition in it than
I bought a bag and it was called Premium Compost, and it looked a lot like his compost.
Oh, I'll be done.
Mm.
Mhm.
Yep, Bob's always setting new fashion trends. So tonight, other than Bob's hankering for wearing fancy shoes, what is it that makes you guys, when you don't feel like gardening, to do it? Like to get ready and just, do you just push yourself? Or I mean, is there some kind of inspiration? Is it looking at your, like, my friend Diva would say, larder, and realizing, okay, we're low on this, so I need to, what is it that motivates you to get out there and get going?
For me, the other day, I was so tired and exhausted.
Yeah.
One of my hormonal responses to menopause is not sleeping well.
Yeah.
Oh.
Same.
And so, I fall asleep and then I wake up, and that's why I've been able to be here lately, because I wake up, after an
Right.
hour of being asleep. And I don't drink, so it's not that.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, I was just dragging my feet. But I think because I'm a type A kind of person,
Mhm.
just
Oh, sweet.
knowing that if I don't get this in the ground by this time, it won't produce what I want it to produce. So
Yeah, that's a good point. That's true.
so that's what keeps me going, is my own crazy mind.
The type A personality. See, I have like type B, but I also have little man who will yank up what I plant. So I'm, trying to
Yeah. So
get
you feel like,
inspiration from others so I can see if I can press on and just maybe plant double. I don't know what to do, which makes it easier for me.
well, for me, I
Oh,
had a big
yeah,
enough
I do too, almost. If it was just me, I'm right there with you. It's just little man is always with me, so it's a little
Yeah.
bit harder.
and he can't not be with you. So
And no, he cannot
that's
not
not
at
lucky.
this age,
No.
especially. He's very curious.
And you didn't have an area like I did in Oregon where I could just, section it off the
Yeah.
garden. And I
Yeah.
could put him inside with the chickens where I could see him still.
Mm.
And well, not inside.
Yeah, I did.
I had a very big
area.
I had
Yeah,
a big backyard, and there was like
she did.
a garden
Cute.
area that was fenced off from the chickens, but that was on one side of our yard, and then on the other side was, it looked like a park. But yeah.
Having fresh and real organic food. I just don't trust the grocery store anymore. Too many dang recalls. Even my fails keep me going. Amen. I like
Yeah.
that. Even
Yep.
my fails keep me going.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What motivates to get to the garden is the Yep, there's another one.
Wow.
Constant recalls on produce. I need to keep that in the forefront of my mind now that both of you said it.
Wow.
So
Well,
true.
This year, I'm
Especially lettuce.
yes, lettuce, the romaine lettuce. How
Yeah.
many times do people have the recalls on romaine lettuce? You know why? Because our main market in the United States is right across from the main market where the cows are,
Mhm.
and they share an aqueduct, and
Oh,
it
wow.
runs off, and then it.
I heard too it was like wild boars too were contaminating the water
Mhm.
somehow at one point. It's like, ew, gross.
Hey, cool gamer.
Hey, cool gamer too. Welcome in.
Coming in. Yeah,
Appreciate it.
I agree.
Cool gamer.
Like, you know, Carol, you and I have very similar personalities, and I am having a hard time getting started, but just exactly what you said, Laura, where it's like, I need to get things done or I'm going to come up in empty-handed.
Oh,
And part of my, wanting to be an urban homesteader and be in a position where I can provide my own things. Well, my last video, I go, because we don't eat a lot of potatoes. I went, well, just go get 6 potatoes, for our dinner because my son is coming. And you go, it's $9 for 6 potatoes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you go, what? And so I would rather grow my own my own food.
Yeah.
Again, knowing that it's organic,
Oh,
knowing
that
that there's
potato thing was like ridiculous on your
yeah,
video. If you guys haven't
yeah,
seen Diva's video and her going to their dollar store too, which you'll be dying as Americans looking at your dollar
I
store,
know your
or
dollar store
like,
is amazing.
so many
I
people
saw
said,
that. I
"What
was
nice
like,
dollar
what
store."
kind of dollar
I
store is
mean,
she going
they
to?
they are they're redoing all the Dollar Trees. They're going to be a like a Five Below for us down here in
Hmm,
America. We have Five
okay.
Below, and it's not even Five Below anymore because it's above $5 too. So
Right.
they're doing that with the Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree is going to now compete with no longer Five Below. So it's just like a cheaper version of Walmart.
Well, here in our area, we have the dollar store slash $1.25 store, right?
Yeah, right.
Slash Family Dollar, and so um, it kind of has the same kind of, but we don't have like your garden section and your dollar store, Maureen,
Yeah, that
was
was
amazing.
amazing.
I
It
was just
was.
what?
I know so many people said stuff, and it was like, wow. Like, do you at your dollar stores, do you guys
Wow.
sell canned goods and things like that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like,
we do, but
okay,
ours doesn't look as orderly as yours. People
Mhm.
have just about given up, I think, that work there. So maybe, and that's probably why they're closing some of them. Almost Homesteading is to renew it and like get
well,
back out
ours, my mom was watching. She goes, I was watching the ticker tape, and she said it was
there.
they're closing 1,000 stores in Canada because the Christmas in the Christmas season, they didn't make enough money, so they have to close them. And I said to her, I said, well,
Wow.
I don't quite believe that
Yeah.
because when you think about this past year on how expensive everything has gotten, hang on,
Mhm.
people were probably going to our dollar store
Yeah.
because there is canned goods, there
Mhm.
is, box pastas and rice and things
Mhm.
like that that you can buy. Don't tell me that they were not making a lot of money. I
Yeah.
have a feeling that probably someone very special went to them and said, "We want you to close these if we give you big buckets of money. We want you
Yeah.
to not
Mhm.
have as many." That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's Maureenism right there.
Yeah.
Maureen's theory.
Yeah.
I agree with your theory.
Yeah. Yeah, they're doing that all over. You know what came to me, and this is gonna sound really probably outlandish, but
Uh,
what if they're pushing us out into the country in order to buy all the homes near the cities to do their thing that they want to do with the cities,
yeah.
and then they will push us right back off our land.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Well, that's what,
Yeah.
my street here, there's 7
Mhm.
houses and they were giving me, poor, a poor offer to buy my property because they wanted to put up a 6-story, 200 unit apartment building,
Mm.
and it's like,
Wow.
you go
What?
there and they didn't like, and it's like,
An
I
apartment
think
building.
they're yeah, no, but they said, "Well, we'll give you, we'll offer you 1.2 million for your house." And I've got a quarter of an acre. And not that it's worth that, but it's
Yeah.
like, but I could sell it 1.6 easily. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
why are you lowballing me? You know?
Yeah.
Exactly. If you really
You
want
know,
it, why are you?
uh-huh,
Exactly.
uh-huh. But they've put it on hold because they weren't ready to do it till 2025. So I have a feeling they're going to be coming back around going, "Would you like to buy, could we buy your home?" And it's like, "Yeah, you can buy it for 5 million is what you can buy it for from
Yeah.
me." Because then I have something to work with if I
Yeah.
have
Mhm.
to leave,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Right.
Exactly. That's wow.
Yeah.
Oh, he popped
So,
over to yours.
yeah.
Yeah, right? Give me a real offer and we'll talk.
So they did say that, and I know the people next door to me, they had just done a, very expensive renovation, gutting the house right down to nothing, to the studs, reconfiguring the top floor, making a beautiful, 9-foot ceiling suite in the basement for their mother. Um,
Mhm.
and then extending lots of it. And it was like, and you're going to offer them that? No, they're going to say, that won't do us any good. And so they told us we could be orphaned. And that the problem with being orphaned is that when we go to sell our homes, who's going to want to buy a home when there is a 6-story apartment building right behind me?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
So
If somebody sells prior to you, yeah, that's true.
So
That's
yeah, so
lovely.
I was really surprised that like the comments, wow, your dollar store, wow, your dollar store. And it was like, I should have taken them to the other one because it's even nicer.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, don't. You might make us just way too jealous.
Yes.
All of
Yeah.
a sudden there's all these people coming over to Canada. We're coming to the dollar store.
Yep.
We saw it. It looks good.
Yeah, this is why I do not make chocolate pudding or bring chocolate ice cream into my house, because that happens to me.
Well,
I just
in
finish it all. Yep.
our area where we live, the dollar store doesn't have that much garden stuff. They do have garden stuff, but it gets picked from so quickly.
Right.
It's true. Homestead Aquarius. It does sound like the
Mhm,
movie Up.
mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maureen's going to have to
I
tie a
think-
bunch of balloons to her house and just take
But I
off
think my house
into the
is too
country.
big to do that. But I agree with you too
Oh.
that yeah, let's like, shove you to the country and then, put all sorts of weird parameters to push you back in,
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once they have it set up, though, once they have the system set up.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
working on it though.
Yeah, it sounds
Yeah.
like it. If they're already making offers like that, if Maureen already heard about it, then they've already made offers to other people and started doing it. Plus, who knows what's going on down in the place that burnt to the ground.
Yes.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, that's another good idea to learn how to grow, and also not just outside but inside. And like Alma's homesteading was saying, she doesn't have like that motivation for the inside, but motivation would be how they have right now in our state, Georgia, and other states. They're reporting a very big measles outbreak because, oh, I wonder why.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But also it could be chemical things like that, that force us
Yeah,
inside. So
how could there be an outbreak when when everybody
has
and their
the
kids and their dog, yeah, you've all been,
Yep. Oh yeah, we had to have another one when we went
Tap-
to college too. Like, we
tapped
had to-
in. So
Yep.
so there's like, yeah, they're just gonna call it. Well, I think I remember I was hearing, not that it did come out per se, but it was like in 2021, 22, they said, oh yeah, they're gonna say, and all those the water polo. I'm trying not to say the
No.
that illness was
Mhm.
actually going to be coming back because even though you
Oh.
had been all of ourselves and our children and their children's children, everybody's done, it was like, oh, it wears off, and so it was supposed to be making its way back, especially in children.
Hey, Mama.
You're like,
Lovely. Oh, hey, Mama J. Mama J, I almost did a hat night. So I'd like to do that with you guys one night, like a gardening hat night where we just wear our gardening hats, or, just any kind of hat you want to wear is fine. But Mama J, I didn't get to watch it, but I saw your notification about, is it too soon to wear my hat? And she had her little gardening hat on and her gardening shirt. Hey, GT Junior grows at Alaska. Good to see you.
hey GT.
Oh, you did too. Yeah, see, Shawnee's heard it too. They're already putting it out there, trying to get us going. Yeah,
Yeah.
trying to get us fearful. Hey, Mama
Mhm.
J. So,
Well, I
So
did
that's
say
another reason why you want to grow your own
food. So you don't have
food.
to go to the grocery store and stand
Yeah.
in that long line, and they can tell you can go in and only buy
Mhm.
A, B, C, and D.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
what they'll
actually,
say, Q. I don't know if it's true. I don't know.
um,
I
the
think that's what they'll say to push more
right,
on us. Anyway,
right.
Hey, Mike's.
I know in Saskatchewan, in Canada here, their premier, he was in the Wally Worlds. It was like they had a whole, like, a person went in and they wanted to go and buy a birthday card. and you weren't allowed to go buy a birthday card. You could only buy
Really?
essentials. And it was
Yeah.
like, but I'd like to buy this blanket. No, you can't buy that. That's non-essential. And you go, but it's to keep people warm. Nope, can't buy. You weren't allowed to buy any of those kinds of things. So
Jeffrey.
it was a very odd thing to me. And so he had his essentials, and then he did have the birthday card underneath just to see, and he's videotaping it to see if he could get away with buying it.
Wow.
And they said, "Oh, you can't buy that."
That's crazy.
That's
That's just,
I mean, yeah. So many people fixed up their homes during that period, and there was states out here that they would, no, you can't go and get paint.
thank you. You
Wow.
inspired it, Mama J. You inspired it. Plus, I like hats. I just can't put them over my earbuds, so I'm gonna have. I mean, my ears up here. I'm gonna have to. Hey, J3GS Farm, good to see you.
You just have to find a hat that will fit over your little
I
kitty
know.
ears.
I'm even stretching out my big rimmed hat. I like put it on and it had been too long from like not wearing it. And I'm like, I know my head did not grow.
Oh, it did. It had all that brains in it. It's all that research you're doing.
Yeah, that's it. It just keeps
Mhm.
horrible.
Just keeps getting
Can you imagine?
bigger
Does-
brain.
It's
Yeah.
your menopause brain. It grows bigger.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's it. Yep. Because yeah,
Yeah,
got
it's
so
the same
much
thing
stuff
for us. God's desire for me, which again is sort of one of the reasons why it's led my daughter into doing becoming an herbalist and understanding what are things that we can do, and the right from the get-go, the history of herbal medicine has always been the thing that
Mhm.
everybody used, and it's like this Western medicine has only been around for 100 years, and so it's and they've taken out the good
Mhm.
of some of these herbs or things, and it's like the grapefruit. Like, why there's so many medications you can't eat grapefruit if you're taking this med, because the constituents that are in grapefruit, that's what they've taken. So it's the fact that you'll get too much of the said
Mhm.
thing that you actually need. My friend, she's just a little bit older than me, and she had a stroke a few years ago, and all sorts of medications, and she just said, "You know what? I'm not going to take those. I'm going to eat grapefruit every day." Not that not a
Yeah.
doctor, but
Yeah.
that was her choice, and it's keeping her level. So
Mhm.
That's
I was
awesome.
just going to say that the
So fun.
grapefruit is a powerful.
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah, and then all these
Especially
people, I can't have it. I can't have it, and it's like, oh, it's because it's already in the drug that they made that it's got all the
Mhm.
extra things that you don't need in it.
Mhm.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. Since Shawnee was asking if you guys recommend any kind of hack. She's tired of her little ears burning while she's out in the garden.
I only wear a baseball cap mostly.
Yeah. And I wear like headbands. I'm really bad. That's why I was getting out my hats to see if I had any. But there's lots of large brimmed hats, which will give you coverage, Shawnee. You could check out if you guys have any of those stores like Marshalls or TJ Maxx. Sometimes this time of
Mhm.
year they'll have them for a good price.
Yeah.
I'll look up the hat that because my husband was a ginger, and so like he just thought about the sun and he burned, right? He'd be
Yeah.
inside
right.
thinking about it and be burning. And so he had one and my son used it when he used to work in a garden nursery, and it was like a little bit longer than the back. It's not like, hey, I'm so cute, but it's a good practical hat. Or if I do get up to use the loo, I'll bring it back. But if not, I will have it for my live tomorrow. I'll have the name of it, and it actually has like the proper type of SPF in it to protect.
So nice. Is it this type of hat like a Homestead saying, like a Columbia hat where it has the drop back so it can protect his neck?
Yeah.
Okay. So then you might have a different brand too. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
wear those
And
a
I think
lot
it
down
wasn't
here in the lawn care business because
Mhm.
during summer
yes,
they get
yes, yeah.
blasted down here.
So I
And
just
they wear
have
those. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I have brown ears. So it has
What?
natural SPF in them, so I don't have to worry about my ears.
Yeah. As long as you don't put baby oil on it when you first go
Mhm.
out.
Hey,
Well,
hey,
but
hey, hey, hey. Let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about what happened in Mexico stays in Mexico. We don't
okay.
talk about that.
All right. For those of
I
you
don't
who
Some
need
don't
people
any. I
burn
know,
don't
too.
need anything. I'm just gonna put baby oil. Why don't you just put cooking spray on you, Maureen? Okay.
Yeah.
hey Anne, welcome in. Welcome in.
Hey, Ann.
Did I see? Wait a minute. Did I see Brutal Bob come in? Did I? Did
I didn't
I
see
thought
him.
I saw. Okay, I thought I saw
Oh,
Brutal.
Brutal
Yes, I
Bob is
did.
here.
Yes, I did. I need this great
Hey,
line.
Brutal Bob.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I hope we can meet that need. I'm so sorry. I understand totally. We've all had days that are
So, what
just.
do you guys think about all this extraterrestrial talk
Oh
that's
goodness.
going on?
Um.
Is that a no talk zone?
No, it's not a no talk zone. I think it's made up. Just like they had Project Bluebeam, they talked about that they were going to do it
Right.
to, unite humanity. And of course, what better way to just completely obliterate all manner of religion than have them show up?
Well, I think what's interesting is there's so many ideas of religion that are coming around that and spiritualism
Hmm.
that are
Mm.
embracing
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. I meant the older religions. It's going to just kind of that are monotheistic,
Mhm.
or it's
Oh,
going to
yes.
kind of,
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
try it. It's going to try and obliterate him. We know that won't happen with certain ones.
Yeah.
They can make you see just about anything they want you to see.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
interesting little tidbit that I heard yesterday was that originally green screens were blue screens.
Interesting.
They were blue first,
Yeah.
and
They were.
then they turned to green screens. What is one of the biggest bluest screens that you see every single day?
Mhm. Yep. Yep, above our head.
Mhm.
That's right. Mhm.
And I went, well, that's very interesting. Not that I'm buying into any la la la. I just go, you know what? Just go hang out with your chickens and try to grow your ding dang carrots this year.
Yeah.
Right.
That is the goal. Can I
Yeah.
grow delicious carrots? Yes, that's my goal. And
You can
that's
do
what I
it.
occupy my mind with.
Oh
Just
my
make
gosh,
your
I thought
wheel
he
nice
was
and loose, and it should be good.
that after mentioning that, and then I thought that was in mine. He's over in yours. I was like, "Oh my gosh, they're watching."
It's a nightbot. It's
Nightbot.
aliens.
They're making the Nightbot stalk me. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's how I feel, Janet. Like, what are they saying now? Like, come on.
Yes.
Like, what
Yes.
new thing have they seen? Like the stuff down in
Well-
Miami, when I would see that and people would post about it, I'm like, hello, I am from Florida, and I used to go down to Miami and do extra work in commercials and in, different things in the film industry. Please be aware, our film industry is in Miami, and probably what you saw is something that will be out later in the movie theater.
Mm.
Just a guess, and that's why they can't comment on it, because it's an upcoming movie. Don't jump to conclusions that it's real. And then people started doing all the fancy schmancy stuff on that film footage,
Right.
and putting it out and freaking people out even more.
Well, I
Mhm.
think it's a distraction, first of all.
Yeah.
And
all the time.
and that people are making a religion around these things, and it's something to okay. Something to
Who's
distract us
struggling, carrots?
from true relationship with our Savior.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Anything to get your
absolutely.
eyes off And even I think, as you guys were mentioning earlier, is the fact that it's get your eyes off, but they're even like, hey, let's bring it into our level. And it's like,
Mhm.
oh, this is the new way of thinking about God. And it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know, let's look it up in the Bible. Let's look it up in an old Bible. Let's open
Yeah.
up a
Yeah.
Bible from your
Right.
great grandma.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
look at that verse, what it says there. That verse is now missing in our today. But
Mhm.
anyway,
Mhm.
yes, I struggle with growing with carrots. Changing subject, sorry. Sort
No,
of,
it's
kind
okay. No, that's perfect.
of. And
Oh, I
I
didn't see
think
any
what it
bloopers. You're
is
fine,
that
Ann.
you have to have very loose soil, and I don't think that my soil is loose enough to plant
Mm.
carrots in.
I
I do use the cornstarch. I make a cornstarch gel, put my seeds in so that they'll stay in their rows, but then they're too impacted. And my best carrots were the ones, I think it was the very first year, so I think the soil probably wasn't. I usually go through with my trowel and I'll, jab it down. But my girlfriend, she said, her mom was helping her with her carrots and they were beautiful last year. She goes, I could put my arm in up to my elbow
Yeah.
down. So that's what my goal is this year. Where to
Uh,
put that, I don't know.
I like the not. Is it Nantes? I like the shorter carrots because just like them. But I
Larks.
love to eat the longer carrots, but
Yeah.
I'm impatient, like Jess says from Roots and Refuge, and I get impatient with carrots. Is my problem.
Yeah.
Just do, and I peek.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Here's the expert. Welcome, Larks Homesteadish. Plant them in a deep container with some peat-based compost mix. Okay. And that would probably
That's
be,
what I
you can
bought.
do it in a 5-gallon. That's what I've heard, that people do that in 5-gallon and they have really good results.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm going to
Containers
do.
for me and carrots. Yep. I would
Well,
like
GT containers for you with just about everything, really, because you grow year round
yeah,
in the
you're
middle
all
of the
Mhm.
Arctic Circle.
I'm growing carrots in clay, basically.
wow.
Wow.
And I'll get my carrots are like this,
Mhm.
and that's good enough for now.
What
Um,
about doing like you know how Justin Rhodes has that thing, the broad fork? But what about
Mhm.
just using your fork like that in the
I
area?
do that. I've
Do
been
you?
doing
Okay.
that with my fork. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I thought. I wasn't sure if
Yeah.
I remembered it right.
I
Hey,
didn't
Casey.
do it last year, and I still got enough carrots. But
Nice.
yeah,
Very nice. Now, when you put them out, do you cover them? I think you said when you're
yeah.
putting them out.
Either cover them with a board. This time I have them covered with mulch, but I don't know if it's going to work.
If
A
you
lot of
haven't
people-
seen Hedgehog's Homestead, I think you're already planting it out, I think is what I saw.
Yeah, I have carrots in the ground too.
Yep.
Right now.
Wow.
I have onions, carrots, about to put broccoli and lettuce out there covered. Like if I have a freeze, I'll cover them.
There you go. Mike's got it right there. Keep mixing leaves into the clay. That's true.
Mhm.
And Planter Garden TV says that is his big thing, is leaves and rotten wood, like big chunks. He takes like trunks of trees.
Oh, I had that in my garden bed, and I had to take it out. But
Oh, you did? What was the problem with it?
because I was planting asparagus last
Oh, okay.
days
Oh,
ago,
that makes sense.
and I was like, no, I gotta take this out. But I had chunks of like burnt wood in there.
Oh,
like
nice.
Mm.
So.
Yeah, I think he leaves his basically to rot and then takes it when it's like pretty good, where it's almost broken down, and with the leaves and everything.
Right.
It's going.
Yeah.
I've been watching this guy that
I do.
Our favorite gardener. He's called Grow What You Eat, and he's been doing a lot on biochar.
It seems to be popular right now. Like David the Good just did a thing on it in cans that you can make it in cans.
And that's where it comes from. That guy.
Oh, okay. You
David
went
the
back.
Good recommended him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
So I'm going to add a lot of biochar this year, and
Yeah, that should help.
I gotta, you know, I gotta keep on with the compost just to break down my soil. So,
Now, with us being YouTube creators, do you ever feel like it is competitive gardening on YouTube a little bit?
it can
Or
be.
do you stay in like you're not, you're not seeing that yet? You're kind of just in your own little, just doing my thing, doing it.
Yeah, I don't see that, but I think I might be one that, you know, do 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 has her head in the clouds most of the time, like, oh,
I am
oh,
too until
oh,
I get slapped out of them. That's true.
were,
I
were
don't
we
feel the
competing? I didn't know.
Yeah.
I don't feel the competitive with other people.
No, I don't mean
Because
like us with them, but seeing it
I'm
out in YouTube
yeah,
land, like,
I feel like I have to accomplish. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
that's
Okay.
on you and your
Because they can do it. So what, I don't like that. Like, I love, I've been watching a lot of different YouTubers for garden stuff lately.
Yeah.
Because I find that, the YouTubers that I was watching, they just don't give enough information,
yeah.
because they want to sell a book or they want to do this or they,
Right.
and,
Right.
and
Can we
that's
take a
understandable.
second? Bob's wife broke her up, her humorous, Brutal Bob today.
Oh,
God, I just lift up Brutal Bob's. He calls her his owner, and we just pray healing over her. We pray that she is not in pain. We pray that you would lift that from her. We pray that you give her good doctors, and that she
Yes.
heals quickly from
Yes, Lord.
what is going on with her body. And we pray that there is a reason for this, Father, that will come to something good, like your word says, even though it's very difficult right now, and that you would be with both of them and also cover their finances too, Lord, and don't allow the enemy to take from them. And I pray all that in Jesus' name. Amen.
Yes.
I am
Amen.
so sorry, Brew Bob. You sure did have a manure of a day. He came in and said that.
Mm.
But no, I just noticed like it's and this is to encourage like the gardeners you're encouraging in
Mhm.
your thing that you're doing,
Yeah.
Diva, with
Yeah.
the newer
The new
gardeners,
people.
because they're seeing
Mhm.
these people that have these huge gardens and it's lush.
Immaculate.
Yes,
Beautiful.
immaculate. And one thing I heard, which was really interesting, is like they said, uh, for us creators that are not filmographers, we are competing with entertainment, with
Mhm.
people who
Yes.
know
Yeah.
filming, with people who
Yeah.
know scripting, with people who know how to set up a scene. Um,
Mhm.
so in that way, it's like to encourage new people who are filming themselves, try not to compare because that is out there.
Right.
There
Yeah.
are companies that kind of support people a little bit, is what I
Mhm.
think is what it is going on.
Mhm.
Well, I
And
don't
then
think
it
you should
comes,
think. I
yeah,
think you should you probably
yeah,
know that's going on. Yeah.
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 I'm pretty sure about there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like people are more than sponsored. They're
That's what
yeah,
I mean.
yeah. Like
Yeah.
Garden Answers. I'm sure she's getting a lot of kickback and
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was talking a little ditty in one of my videos that I did recently, and I'm looking forward to the garden this year in a big way because the truth is about gardening, when you're gardening in a new bed in a new area, that's a brand new space and never been grown in before. And the truth is, the it doesn't usually yield the best fruit the first year because you
Mm.
haven't sown into it. You haven't, worked the soil. You haven't not worked the soil, but added amendments, added, soil,
Aerated it at all if it's clay.
aerated it.
Mhm.
You don't
Oh,
one
good night,
the
Janet. Love you, girl. Thank you.
knowledge.
Nice.
Bye. The knowledge isn't. You don't have all the knowledge, right? Nobody does, but
Yeah, you can have fun with it, GT. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
gardens actually improve over the years too. It takes time.
Yes.
Yes,
So,
Well, it's all about the networking that's going on underground.
mhm.
It's like
The
I don't
mycelium.
exactly. So
Mhm,
just even what's going on in my front yard, that is affecting my backyard, every
mhm,
single aspect of it. So if it is a new garden bed, it hasn't connected into that network either
mhm.
right away. And
yeah,
yes, you add the amendments and there's different things that are going on, and changes and whatnot. And so that is where, I would agree that it's like agree with you. And then it's also the fact that there's all that connection that's going on, which has also led me to go, so even my shrubs, we don't put any chemicals down. And I did
Yep.
have the garden cloth on there, but I'm taking that garden cloth up and we
yeah,
put coffee sacks and then our wood chips,
yeah,
because going to that's going to break down and feed. And what I've seen, I've lived in this house for 12 years, and this year, my pears were getting to be this big, where they were usually just little
Mhm.
gnarly and they were all, but it was actually beautiful large size pears this year.
wonderful,
Mhm.
wonderful.
And all we do is just keep throwing wood chips over on top of it,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so everything's being fed in my yard.
I so
Mhm.
Yeah.
need to try the wood chips again. I do have wood chips, but I wasn't growing in them. It was more for paths and,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
that's
finally pine was available. Like we never get pine and our soil is so base here and so like the opposite way. We don't have much acid in it because of all the shells and everything that I was happy to see that we were getting some pine bark in locally. This
right.
Yeah, I totally understand this, my Renaissance grandma. I know some of them are like all in good fun, and I'm not even speaking to those. This is what I'm speaking to here. Good spirited competition is great stuff. It's that
Mhm.
egotistical, dark competition that ain't so good. That's what I
Exactly.
Right.
mean, where people can get
Exactly.
like a little bit passive aggressive or just think they're all that, and it
Mhm.
discourages newer people that they're never going to meet the standard of a gardener. Like I
Right.
Mm.
loved when I started watching Jess and her big thing, and she's a writer, so she's eloquent, and it was like you have a waiting room, and it's like it's just do it in your waiting room. What
Right.
she says it
Right.
so much better. I can't remember what it is
Yeah.
like, but make it happen in that waiting room. Like even though
As
you're
you're
not,
waiting for your homestead,
yeah,
you're in your classroom and
you're in your classroom. Yes.
and she was a big inspiration to me. She was one of the ones that,
Mhm.
I grow my tomatoes a certain way because of Jess. Um,
Right.
Hey, Moon.
and I
Yeah.
learned a lot. But um, she doesn't give enough information because she has written books, and now I'm at a point where I have her first gardening book.
Oh, nice.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
I
I
have
look at
a
it, I'm like,
digital.
it's so basic.
Yeah. I, I wish I would have bought Jess's book though in like the book. I have it digital and the
Mm,
pictures were so
Ah,
beautiful that
they
I
were.
wish because a lot of them it's her pictures. She's
Mhm.
her
a
photography.
photographer.
Yeah,
Actually,
she
it's
she
not.
Huh?
It's
It
not her
wasn't?
pictures. She had
oh,
somebody else do it, but she has a newer book that is
I
all her
didn't know that.
photography. Yeah, she actually hired somebody for that book.
I didn't know that. Just finding a gardening
it
talent.
takes away that
Yeah,
more things that she has to do. But yeah, she was an
exactly.
inspiration for me as well, which um
Crumpet! I
is
need to
kind of
write
the way that I do, like the way I do my filming, because like it's like she's just sitting there, talking, and let's sit and have a coffee. Now I have a more of a gregarious personality, so then mine's it's not like, and I didn't,
mhm,
I'm not wanting to copy anybody, but it was the fact that, well, I want to just talk to people. I just want to talk to you, and so I'm talking to you
yeah.
as if you are
Yeah,
here, and that sort of thing. And I liked that feeling where, you know, um,
you felt
then
like you're in
you
her world. Yeah.
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 Well, you also, when you're sitting there going, "Well,
Yeah.
I don't know about that, this, that," it's like when someone's talking to you, then you don't feel stupid when you go, "Well, what about this?" And then, she answers,
Mhm.
not that she's answering my question, but as she says it, it's like it's how you would talk to your friend, right?
I love
So,
that,
Mhm.
Krampus. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great attitude.
Yeah. Yeah. It's for myself,
And
it's
it's
always
really
like, okay,
true. I think
Yeah.
yeah,
it's very
can
true.
I grow? Can I grow more? What
Mhm.
can I grow more of? And,
Thank you. That's it. Turn your waiting room into a classroom.
into a
Yeah,
classroom.
That's
the
the
right?
phrase.
line.
I love that phrase, but I couldn't remember, but I love it.
I'm
Thank
not
you.
I'm
for
not
helping
in
me
the
along.
waiting room anymore. And so I get
No.
anxious about okay, I was in the waiting room and
Yeah.
now I feel
Now
like
is there overwhelm because you are there,
right,
and
and I
now
feel
it's
like I
a
need to
lot.
produce, but
Yeah.
it's
A little bit at a time.
I think it's hard to like when you watch Garden Answers and a lot of that stuff. That's why I've kind of changed my focus on
Mhm.
what I'm watching
Yes.
because I need to do, and I think it's good in today's world that we find natural things to amend our garden with instead of all these organic fertilizers that we put down that I still have tons of, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, from before. And when you see somebody like I'm just going to use Garden Answers because she's big and everybody knows who she is.
Yeah.
You see her amending with all these stuff that she gets paid for
Mhm.
to show you to grow with.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
I mean, but you got to realize she is feeding her plants and all her flowers get soil amendments every week, and
Right.
and so the cost of raising a garden like hers has got to be astronomical.
Astronomical. Yeah.
Astronomical.
Yeah,
So
it does look very well funded, or yeah, there was money that started her channel for sure because yeah. I mean amazing.
yeah,
Amazing. But it's like you just move into the neighborhood and you're so happy, you have your first home and they plop, it just happens to be next to the largest mansion on the block. When it's like a channel like that, like Garden Answers.
yeah,
And it can make you anxious. Like that's how watching Martha Stewart when I was younger and a young wife and a young mom, I would love to see her ideas, but I used to think it was all her. I didn't know she had a staff of 300 behind her or
right,
whatever, how many it was, probably more. And I would get so anxious, like, well, if she can do it, why can't I? Why can't I be like Martha
right.
and make those things and be crafty and,
And
you know,
not only does she have a staff, she has a lot of knowledge, but she's got people feeding her that knowledge too,
mm,
you
mm,
know.
mhm.
And
Doing the research and
Yeah,
yeah,
doing the research for her, exactly. And you see that too with shows even where you think like the people that are there have all that knowledge. They'll have the
mhm,
specialist coming in to
mhm.
look at a thing to tell them how much it's worth. That specialist is feeding them, but because they're the host of the show, then they get to say
It's
that
no different when you're watching a doctor show,
exactly.
pretend doctor show or a Law and Order or something like that. They have people on their staff telling them what to say and the right.
Okay, Anne, have a great day, hon. She's just starting her day over there in Turkey. Thank you for
Oh,
coming in. We really appreciate it.
bye, Ann. Have a
Mhm.
great day.
Bye. Have a great day. That's great. Let me see. I had
Ooh,
2 to 3 inches of screened mulch in my beds. Oh,
Nice.
very nice. That's making that, kind of back to Eden's style of gardening and also emulating what happens in the forest,
Yeah,
yes. That's what Mike was saying. Like, that's what happens in the forest.
that's
Like,
why I've been literally taking my forest floor and bringing it to my garden.
with all those good microbes, right? Oh, I'm
Yeah.
so
I'm gonna cut
jelly.
this piece out here and take it to my
Can you
garden.
imagine if, like, I just wonder what they would think, like a police officer, if they see me down, the road going into, I don't even
Yeah,
know if what property it is, but it's just the most available forest here, and I'm shoveling stuff out of it.
I know.
I'm going in with a shovel. Probably be thinking I'm burying someone. It's like, no, I just need soil, sir. No, I'm removing soil. Yeah, you're burying someone, aren't you? Is
I
that why?
don't remove the soil. I just remove the leaf and the leaf mold and all of that stuff.
Oh, okay. Hey, rattle trap fishing. Thanks for coming
Hey,
in. Appreciate you coming in.
Yeah, I've gone out to the woods to
Thanks.
go and get some of my sword ferns over the years and picked them up that way. And then of course they just multiply, lovely and get bigger and but
Yeah, I should get some of those.
A few in the community do that, bury bodies or go and dig up the soil. Like, don't want to talk
Now,
about
are the
ones that
sword
bury
ferns the
bodies.
ones that curl down? I used to have those in my yard in Oregon, and that you
Yeah.
could like pluck them up and eat them.
those are
Oh, I
fiddleheads, yeah.
Yeah.
missed that episode of GT Junior Grows at Alaska where he went and got his stuff from the garden. I mean, for the
Oh.
garden from the woods.
Yeah.
Can I get that right, please? Oh, thank you. I appreciate it,
I
Rattle
actually-
Trap Fishing. Let
I
me
got
write your
these
channel down
huge,
so I can
like garden bags, like several of them, and I fill up pine needles and a bunch of stuff, leaves and all of that stuff, and really rake that floor of the forest, and I bring it over and put it in my garden.
Ooh, betcha that's beautiful. I like that one. Just give me topsoil as a buddy bird last year.
Oh,
All
God.
good. All
I
good.
hope not Grumpus on
Back to
fire.
talking about the bone china,
Yeah,
bone
I'm sorry.
carving. It's all there.
I had to die because I have bone china in.
Don't die, because then they'll make you into some too, Laura. Don't do it. I'm just kidding.
Just
I
put it in your
know,
will. Do
that's like-
not turn me into bone china.
That's right. Oh, I didn't get to see where you went and got soil for your stuff out of the
That's
forest.
cool.
That is cool. Like, that's definitely a less expensive way to do it too. If you do have a forest available to you, than going to the big box
Right.
stores. Only thing is you should probably screen it. Might be good, little screening of it, just in case it does have bones. Ugh. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
The bones are good. The
Yeah,
bones are
I'm
good.
sure.
Bones
Yeah,
in there.
feel it.
Now, what you
Hello.
want to watch for is like this time of year, if I went out there, which I was thinking about, I would have to wear head to toe clothes, so I have to wait for a cool day because of the
Ticks.
itchy stuff and the ticks.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Like, be careful because you might bring home ticks when you're doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got
But
plenty.
I could bring home ticks just from walking outside too.
Yeah.
Around
Oh.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Beautiful Tennessee. Yes.
Yeah, you guys definitely have quality ticks there.
We do.
Quality,
And now
quantity.
we have all these beautiful deer running through, and where do you
Yes.
come from?
I know, and it's so funny because like I still go back to it. Like, why did I never think like they would have bugs on them? When you go hunting, you're going to see little fleas and bugs on those, and you got to go and do the thing and get the meat. Like
Mhm.
people who have never experienced that, like we don't.
When you're out there field dressing a deer, it's like, oh,
Oh, there's things crawling on it.
Mhm.
Never knew. Yeah, I didn't know that.
And if you don't know, just wear white gloves and you'll find out soon enough.
I mean, weird when I took a
You
shot.
always wear
I
white
bet
before
they
Labor
did.
Day.
I bet they did. 18-gallon bucket.
No
Yeah, because
kidding.
there could be a person in that. I bet they didn't mess with you after that, GT Junior.
There is one thing I have found bones out there, and it was a coyote bone. But
Oh, thank God. Yeah.
okay, so you want to hear a funny story? You know how your mind goes a little crazy, right? So I'm mowing the lawn in my tractor with my bush hog on the back, and I see this
Okay, Trish.
top of this bone that looks, and then I can see like eye sockets, right?
Oh,
And I'm thinking, it's a baby.
baby. Oh no. I would pee my pants or something.
I'm like, honey, you gotta come see. And then I come out there and I drag my husband out there, and it's a coyote. But
Uh,
it was
still,
in
you
the
didn't know.
blood. It was
Yeah,
in the blood, so I could only see the top part of the skull.
oh.
Still kind of,
I
EBGB,
now have that coyote in my compost, by the way.
right?
That's good.
Yeah. Totally.
May he
partial-
rest
yeah,
in peace and feed your garden.
that's
Mhm.
right. They
Mhm.
are very good at doing that. That's so true. You
Mhm.
compost your enemies under your garden, and it might be squirrels, might be opossums, might be raccoons, might be coyotes like Laura,
There might be goose. They might be gooses
or geese. Yes.
or geeses.
Did you
You had to dispose
happen
of
to?
of a goose.
Dispatch?
Yeah.
Yes. My
So you
husband.
guys aren't going to eat the goose. This one
No,
had to
no,
go.
they
in.
are composting.
Okay.
Nope.
Weren't
It's
into
like-
the idea of Christmas goose, were you?
Well, I've never had goose, so I didn't want to try it. But yeah.
Oh.
No, my husband took care of it because he's like, I can't have an animal doing that to my wife.
Yeah, it was attacking you,
Oh,
right? They were attacking you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like
Mhm.
a wily. Oh, good night.
Good
Have
night.
a great
They
night. Much love to you.
I got them for
Jake.
protection of my flock, but they protected too much.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
they wanted to stay outside the coop, and the chickens wouldn't go in the coop at night
meant-
either.
Bella's whisper
Right.
farm did. They wanted to do what? I'm sorry, I missed that. Try and say goodnight and
They-
hello at the same
They
time.
stay outside at night. They don't want to go into the coop.
Oh, I
So
noticed
the chickens
that.
wouldn't go into the coop either.
Stink.
Right.
Oh, they were causing that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, stinkers. They're there to protect them, and they were keeping them in harm's way because
Right.
an owl could still swoop down from above, right? Like a
Right.
big owl. Oh, wow. That would make me so nervous. Yeah, that's the only thing is with the kids. Like, I don't know how that's going to go with any animal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, mommy's got rabbits. Oh, where'd the rabbit go, mom? Oh, I don't know. Where did it go?
Yeah. Well, that's not necessarily what I think I shared this before. It's that because that's what I thought. It'll swoop down and take said animal, but it doesn't
No.
take said chicken. It
Mm-mm.
No.
starts eating it right
Yeah, they-
there. And-
Mhm. That's what happened to Laura. She had
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
things like that.
And-
Mhm.
I was so mad. I was so mad because we had owl. We were backed up in our Oregon property. We were backed up to a wildlife preserve and park, and we had owls in that park. And one of the owls got down, and I had meat chickens roaming around the backyard, and it killed 4 meat chickens. And owls just take the head first.
So pleasant.
Mhm.
Yuck.
Yeah.
That's like the raccoons that go for the throat, right?
Mhm.
And they just take out that crop. They go for the
Mhm.
crop, and then it's all. But at least it gives you an idea of how the animal was killed if it's left, what hit it, like what
Yes.
you have around that's
Yes.
doing it.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they can for sure. They can be
Mm.
really nasty. What's funny though too is turkeys, the wild ones can get that way too. They were showing that in Florida where a cop was getting attacked by a wild turkey.
Uh-huh.
I was like, okay, we
The
have
males
that here.
especially.
Yeah.
Even domestic males can get aggressive.
Yeah, I haven't experienced that. It must be northern Florida. Southern Florida doesn't. I've never seen wild turkeys down here. I've only seen
Yeah,
them up north.
We
I just
have
saw
them here.
I think it was like an Instagram reel. So a reel, and it
Mhm.
was a woman, saying, "I've got this aggressive rooster," and so it's just,
Mhm.
and and I'm taking all the advice that I can get on how to tame this rooster. And then the very last scene is a bowl of soup, and she goes, "Guess which one I chose."
I
It's
guess she
beautiful.
figured it out.
Beautiful noodle soup. It's like, well, you can try this, try noodle soup. We made
Yeah.
the soup.
Yeah.
Turk-
I have a
Noodle
couple
soup.
of roosters that are probably going to become, not because they're mean or anything, I just have too many.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then your girls never catch a break and they compete with each other, right? Is that what
They're
happens?
raw. They're raw in the back, and an old friend of ours suggested a saddle for our chickens, and then they get attacked by the roosters because the rooster's like, "Wait a minute, I haven't never seen you before."
Oh, they think they're a new chick on the
Looking.
block.
So,
Boy, roosters are man whores. Holy
yeah.
cow. Wow.
I mean, so this is the problem with I have four
Drakes
roosters.
are too. I see them fly and do their thing and then just take off on these poor little
Yeah,
ducks. It's like, that was rude.
drakes are really bad.
Yeah.
They
Anyway, go ahead.
they can get very violent.
But yeah,
Or
my
roosters.
roosters will one will jump on and the other will hold them down. I mean, that's yeah, so I need to get rid of some roosters.
Yeah, that's like, I won't say what that is because it sounds terrible, but yeah, it has to
Yeah.
do with the gang.
So when we
Yeah.
get pigs, we will dispatch some roosters. So
You have to forgive 80s to hit the rum tonight.
You won't just eat the roosters?
no, because
No,
they don't
why?
taste as good as the meat chickens.
Meat chickens. But what about just even making them in for bone broth?
Well, I could do that, but
Or
I'd rather
stock, like
I'd rather feed the pigs
that's true.
because the pigs, need to be fed too to gain weight. So
Chicks in new outfits will always draw attention.
Oh my gosh, that would
so
so make a good t-shirt. I was
so what
wondering, I was just getting ready to send you a message. Okay, thank you. Let me go back up. Okay, hold on. What did Q say?
so Laura, do you feed
Oh yeah.
do
Okay.
you just
This is what he was commenting on. I have to straighten this out because I thought he was talking about us, talking about the
oh
flyby drakes. He was talking about
right.
too much testosterone they have, and then there's not enough of that going around, to be honest. Like with all the beta
Right.
males basically going
yeah.
around. Go ahead. Okay.
That's
So you were saying, Marie?
Yeah. So you were saying, I'm so sorry.
can you just throw the rooster in, like you just dispatch it and then give it to the pigs, or do you need to process it?
You can just boil it.
Okay.
Justin Rose used to give his chickens straight to his pigs,
Right.
but I guess people don't recommend that. So I'll probably boil them
Okay.
first, like outside or something.
Yeah. Will you dress it as well?
No.
Bob. Did you
Okay,
read
just
this?
everything. Hang on.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm wow. She caught a turkey, wild turkey. The other two took off, and then when she went to get her wild turkey, they came back and attacked her.
Wow.
Yeah. That's some nasty, nasty low down stuff there, Mr. Brutal Bob.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I'm not surprised.
Hopefully, she got the other two and you had a lot of meat in the freezer. But so you do or you don't have to dress Justin Rhodes. What were you saying? He does.
You don't have to dress I mean, you basically cook it whole.
Okay.
Yeah.
Feathers and all?
For them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wow. They'll just eat the feathers. No problem.
Yeah.
Won't choke
Yeah.
or anything. Wow.
Feathers, bones, everything. If a chicken gets into a pig pen and lies down, it's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bob, you sound like our snowbirds. Woohoo! Look, they got an Olive Garden, dear. Woo. Oh my goodness. That's very big with the snowbird set. That's usually where you don't want to be driving by when you're coming home from work, is if there's an Olive Garden, because yeah, anything like that or a buffet at 5 o'clock.
There are some bad restaurants in Clarksville, Tennessee, I'll tell you, that are normally known as really good ones. And Olive Garden is one of them. You just don't want to go there in Tennessee. I don't know what it is. That, and there's not a lot of, there's only like one good Mexican restaurant here.
Yeah. We have a variety. I just can't really be going to them. We're trying not to spend. The only thing I've done is really for them and to give me a break is pizza places that are local, like the typical chains, just to get a break from dinner. And then I feel bad because you're making homemade pizzas. But I
Yeah,
just
you know
need a
what?
night off. I need a night off.
I take out, I make a bunch of dough. Like that's what I was doing why I couldn't be in your live this morning because it was pizza night.
Oh, okay.
And so I was making the pizza dough, but I make three nights worth at a time. And then
Oh, yeah.
and it's really so simple and so it's really so easy. It is so
Yeah.
easy. It's
Yeah.
one of my easiest dinners.
Yeah. I probably could do
that's
it. I'll just wear gloves, I guess, because I haven't really had my hands in dough in so long. I don't know if I'll get like any kind of rash or
Right.
anything from it. I don't know. We'll see. I'll
so
try.
that's a question for you there, Laura, from
Mhm.
Mike.
Yeah, that's why I was leaving it up. Odd chicken thought I just had. Is it better to put those mating bibs on the hens or cover the claws of the rooster? Gosh, that would be really cute, little
How are you going
rooster.
to cover the claws of the rooster?
Like little shoes. Like how they have duck shoes. Have you ever
Oh,
seen
do
duck
they?
shoes? I don't know. Maybe they do. Or maybe you could invent them and you could come into some more
It would
money.
probably be better. Well, I mean, I would try
declaw
it.
them?
I would try the chicken saddles are pretty cheap on Amazon. So if you can get one that if it doesn't work out, you can return it. I would
Oh,
try the
sweet.
chicken saddle. But I have chicken saddles I could give away because I didn't have the return policy on them. Yeah.
What the? That's horrible. Had a lady killed by a wild turkey a few years ago. She was peacefully driving down the road and it flew through her side window and broke her neck.
Wow.
What? That's horrible. And you had to see that. I'm so sorry, Brutal Bob. How the heck?
That's crazy.
That is crazy. How can a turkey do that?
Well, they're heavy.
Oh my goodness. That's, yeah, really yikes. Like, okay, note to self, keep windows up and have good air conditioning and heat when you're in a state that has wild turkeys.
Yeah. I have them in the yard all the time.
Okay. Homestead, yeah, get your rest, sir, too. Get some
Good
rest.
night.
Good night. Oh, thank you.
Micro Farm. Hello.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the official channel, so just be
Mhm.
aware.
Mm-hmm.
But if it is, welcome, Microfarms.
Welcome. So what about despurring them? Is that a bad thing to do?
I haven't ever had to do that because I've never had roosters that had bad spurs. So
Yeah, but just that way they don't.
I think if you do it while they're young, it's not a bad thing to do.
Yeah, but just to stop them from hurting the ladies.
Yeah, I would get rid of the rooster.
First, yeah. Yeah, I guess you shouldn't tamper with this is what it's, it's part of its job and designed for it to fight. That if something else had come in, was attacking one of the chickens, it's designed to go and try to protect.
I guess
No,
because
Fury's over and
I think with my chickens more as I used to be, they all had names. They all had, when I was in Oregon and I had backyard chickens but now it's more, it's a different story now. I don't treat them the same way. I treat them lovingly. If I have a chicken that's sick, I'm taking care of it. I'm, licking its wounds. I'm doing all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
Because I really believe that you take care of your animals really well. And you don't, you give them the best life. Like I get so mad, my husband and I, when we go by the Tyson chicken places and you can smell them from a mile away. And if you've ever watched any YouTube stuff, how they're raised, it's disgusting. And so that's why we raise our own meat as far as chickens do.
Mm-hmm.
And so I take care of my chickens. I had almost 4 chickens taken out and 1 turkey by a storm and I nurse them back to health just so that I can butcher them later. And that sounds cruel. That sounds horrible. But when even my butchering practices are in a humane way,
Yes.
and so if I dispatch a chicken that is not any good for anything other than I'm feeding it lots of food, so just to dispatch it like in a quick painless, or if there's any pain, it's very quick, and then it's done. I have no problem with. What I have a problem with is, I went to the dump today and there was 4 roosters because people just drop them off at the dump.
Yeah.
So, that kind of thing. So,
Right.
it's like, and I have no problem eating it if I had to,
Right.
so, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, Bob, I don't know if you guys saw it back there that he said Brutal Bob said the window was actually up on that woman's car. That's
wow.
nuts. That's just crazy. I've never heard of such a thing. Like, what in the world was that
Hey, Moon.
turkey made of?
Yeah.
That
Their
it
last
just was
meal.
able to smash through. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I did remove the micro farmer. I did go and check.
Yeah, it's not really him, so but that's why they
Mhm.
can't come in here. Good job.
Yeah.
Thank
so I
you,
just-
GT. GT knew it wasn't really him.
Yeah. Mhm.
And that so did some other people. They gave me a heads up
Mhm.
on my phone.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Thanks.
See, that's why we harvest all the different animals on our property. God put them there and he gave us the ability. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I wish I learned that way of life, but my parents, like I've said before, and for those who don't know, they were part of the, let's go move into the cities and let's, be commercialized.
Mhm.
So much easier to go
grew
work
up
for a
that way
company
too.
than the farm,
I think after you
get a pension, that kind of thing. So
after you've done it, and if you're really going through, and if you're honestly, in it to better the life of your food, to better the food on your table, to grow, healthier food, you start to you fall into this. Okay, it's okay.
Mhm.
Because you know what I mean. It really changes your lifestyle, and
yeah.
my husband's like, I bought some Tyson chicken just to have chicken breasts, and he's like, don't buy that stuff ever again. I'm like, why? He's like, I go by those places every day. I can't stand how those things are raised. I can't.
Oh wow.
He goes, that's a tortured chicken in there.
Oh,
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, they're not pasture raised. They're in those chicken houses all crowded in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, my mom was concerned about us when we were talking about moving to Georgia. The area that we were looking at, oh my goodness. It was a 15 to 20 pound flying it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would do it. Oh my. That poor
Yeah.
woman. What a weird way to go. Like, can you imagine, your last images are some wild turkey coming through your car, and then there you are before the Lord. Okay, it's fine, Guardian Warrior. Yeah, GT was there too. Yeah, he knows. He knows. My family hated being in the suburbs with persons right next to you. Well, we didn't have right next to us. We had probably our property was close to at least 2 in Virginia. But when we moved to California, because it was San Jose and it was Silicon Valley, because my dad was working for IBM, that was why they went into the towns, was the promise of those jobs that paid really well. And my dad grew up poor. So, and working hard on the farm. I mean, he worked so hard on the farm that he chose World War II over continuing to work on the farm with his dad because all his
Yeah.
brothers had left. So I can't blame my parents for that at all. Like, it was a hard life. And, he
Mhm.
went
No.
through the Depression, and, mom went through the end of that, and they wanted that better life that they were,
Right.
being told was out there.
Yeah, and nobody knew what was going to
Mm-mm.
take place. We didn't know, the whole thing. Um, you know, get the mom out of the house and the kitchen,
Yeah.
so that we have, another person to tax for income tax.
Mhm.
You're not thinking that, and just the breakdown of the family and things like
Right.
that. Not, but it's not what everybody intended. It's just the direction that the world went, and you're not thinking that, oh, let's mass produce the food.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not thinking it's leading to that. Exactly. You're
Right.
definitely.
Nobody was like, "Oh, this is convenient,"
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No,
Well, and it
more
was
stress,
too,
more stress.
yeah, it worked. I have to say, for my dad, it worked out because he retired very late, like really got to retire. He retired early with IBM, but he's continued to work after that. And if he didn't have IBM's pension when him and mom were up in PA, I don't know how they would have made it, really.
Mhm.
That really helped them out to be up
Mhm.
there and to have that time. But other than that, yeah, we saw, women being pulled out of the households. We also saw, hey, you don't need a man in the household. When
Mhm.
all the welfare came
Mhm.
along, like, they ruined the families. And even just this morning, we were talking about, and this may be too much for my side chat, but I'm going to say it anyway. We were talking about menopause and what ended up happening when that
Mhm.
women's study came out, that HRT was dangerous. And first of all, it was the progesterone that was supposedly for the breast cancer. It was, and we were always told the opposite. It was the estrogen that was, if you had a uterus, you could possibly get uterine cancer.
Mhm.
Um,
Well,
they,
that's what they told me.
yeah,
I could not take the pills when I had breast cancer.
Yeah. Well, they
Because
did
it's
say estrogen
uterine
will, yeah, if it's an estrogen positive cancer, they say that that's sometimes how they know,
yeah.
is if you're on estrogen and it blows
Mhm.
up. But what ended up happening is the study came out, it really wasn't as many people that were healthy that were on the study, women that were healthy, women that were
Mhm.
younger to
Yeah.
older. It was mostly older women, because it was HRT, but those older women weren't necessarily in the best health of their life. So there was
Right.
other circumstances going on. Anyway, when the HRT study came out, they pulled HRT, and here they are destroying the family in other ways. As they're pulling HRT, and these women have now no, okay, guys, this is, it's late night. They have no lubrication anymore down there in their private regions, because that's what happens with menopause. You atrophy everywhere, things atrophy and
Mhm.
get older and get drier. We'll just say that, okay? The next thing you know, oh, a heart medication comes out. It doesn't work on the heart, but what does it do? Oh, it helps men's stamina, and yeah, that
Mhm.
thing. And there goes a bunch of other households, like grandma and grandpa are getting a divorce because grandpa went and found a younger woman. What do you?
Mhm.
I would have never thought that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, they've been at, ripping the families apart one way or another for a long time. It's just so
Grandpa Sunfire is having a hard time with your talk.
sorry, Grandpa Sapphire. Oh, sorry. Sorry. He's peeking. Like, sorry. Just keeping it real.
Hey,
Hi,
Hudson.
grown with
Hey,
Hudson.
Hudson. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. I
But
missed
that's
it.
the thing, is that we don't talk about those things as openly.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
sometimes, some woman, she just thinks there's something wrong. What's wrong with me?
Exactly. Yeah.
You
There's
know,
nothing
Well, and
wrong.
we're
has
not
no
testing.
idea.
We used to test.
Mhm.
Even 10 years ago, we used to test a lot more to see where a woman's levels,
Levels.
and now we don't even do that. Keeping it real. Yep.
It's
See,
not
you
Keeping
and
it
dark.
Sarah
dark.
this
Real
morning,
dark. Oh my god.
No, they
It's
don't.
just- yeah. No, they don't.
And I mean, I had to beg for a test because,
For your
well,
breast cancer or
yeah.
other.
I mean,
Okay.
they didn't even test when I had breast cancer to see where my hormone levels were.
Oh,
That's
okay, yeah.
craziness.
Yeah.
That's what this thing is
Well,
driving
and
me
I'm wondering
crazy.
if they didn't because
Sorry. Go ahead.
what was going on with my uterus, they couldn't because I had fibroids and I had polyps.
Right.
And if they would have put me on the pill anyways, it would have caused cancer.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
so in my uterus. And so
Mhm.
that's why they didn't do that. And so they're probably like, well, maybe we don't need to do the hormone tests anyways. Sorry.
No. I know these things. I got cable.
People. There's enough shows out there talking
Yeah.
discussing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that was from this morning, and it was just, there's another way that they go and they're destroying the families
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
destroying
Well,
us.
because I know it's like they won't test. They'll test you for ovarian cancer up here at the point that you're at stage 4. That's when they'll run an actual ovarian cancer, like to see, do you have ovarian cancer? That's when they'll test it, is when it's at that level. They don't, if you have a little bit of issue, whatever, we don't know what it is. We don't know. We don't know.
Yeah. They do that here in
And then
America.
when you're almost dead, then they go, guess what? We know what it is.
Yeah, right.
You go,
Yeah.
"Mm."
Yeah. Yeah. I have an issue. My grandmother died from a UTI in Canada.
Really?
Yeah. Because she was 90 something. They didn't want to treat it.
Oh,
They didn't
that's
want
terrible.
to
I
treat
wasn't
it.
laughing at your mother. I was laughing at Rob. Was like, okay, I'm done for the night. Thanks for the stream,
They're
Carol.
like, no,
Also,
it's not covered.
oh,
Wow.
that's terrible.
Yeah.
That is funny about AIDS battery if he's having his little rum and stuff. Yeah. LOL, AIDS battery died because he didn't plug in his phone when I mentioned it to him. Have a good night, Rob. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it, Rob Painless. Too funny. Yeah, growing with Hudson, and that's what I was going to say, Gardening Warrior. It's probably your thyroid if you're not menstruating, but you're not in peri. I doubt that at your age,
Yeah.
but some people don't go into it until much later. But usually that age, you're in peri.
I'm one,
Yeah,
and I
you went in way
and
late, or oh, that's right, because we talked about this.
I'm a uterusless woman. But
that's right,
and
drunk. Oh,
see, I would prefer to be, but when I went in at 44 years old, I went in and I was like, take out my uterus because I've had polyps and severe
Wow.
endometriosis and fibroids for years. So much pain
Wow.
for years and years. They said, oh, but you're only 44.
You're
And
not
so
planning to
they're
have any
like,
more children.
the insurance isn't going to pay for that. So what they did is they did a carturation basically of my uterus.
Right.
And
just run through that.
the doctor got really aggressive with it because she's like, I had to do it right. I had to send you so good because your endometriosis was so bad
Oh,
and all this stuff. And I'm like, well, yeah. And, and this is a doctor that she was like, well, let's get you checks because you've got so much going on down there. Let's get you checked for breast cancer because you might got something there too,
Oh, that's how they found it? Oh my.
And so not then. I
Okay.
wasn't diagnosed until 52 or 51 for breast cancer. And so, but they cinched me so bad that they closed my uterus. And so I never bled again, thank God. But every time I went to the doctor, they're like, are you pregnant? Because it feels like I got a fist in there now.
Oh.
It's just all singed tissue. So now that I go to the doctor and I say, so how how am I get, you know, how do you know if you're in menopause, or what are the symptoms? And, you know, I know, well, I knew the symptoms, right? But
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
going in there and I'm like, you know,
Yeah. Try to
tell
get
me,
them to
I
do
need to be
something.
tested because I
Yeah.
can. She goes, well, you probably wouldn't have a period anymore. Do you have a period? I'm like, I haven't had a period in years. I've been destroyed down there. They can't even do a proper test on me anymore.
Oh,
No.
that's awful.
Um, in fact, they tried, and it was the most painful thing I've ever been through. My husband was
That,
Mm.
right there
yeah.
holding my hand, and he's like, my husband goes, stop, just stop. She's done.
Wow.
You know,
Wow.
he's holding my hand. And he's like, for her to react this way is
Yeah.
unheard of.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, because you have a
Right.
high tolerance for
I have a
pain.
high tolerance to pain.
Yeah.
And so he's like, no,
Good
she's
for her. Correct. Good for your husband for saying
Yeah.
that. Yeah, it
Yeah.
does. It's so broken. And now they're trying to really, they're socializing our medicine, and it feels like they don't even know how to do the socializing of medicine right.
right.
No.
Like, it's just crazy.
No,
For
it's
real.
like a cattle call now. It's kind of like when you go to Kaiser and you get in your line and,
Yeah.
you know, okay, let's put you in the thing. Okay, you got a shot and let's strap those balls.
Oh my gosh, if they did that, the men would be like
Next.
really straightening out the system very
Next.
quickly.
Mhm.
Next.
Yeah.
It was them, for sure. Yeah, that's awful, Grumpus on Fire. And that's what I mean. Like, they take the HRT away from women, and they don't teach them how to get healthy, or, like what Diva's going to have on tomorrow night, like what herbs and foods can nourish them so they won't be like wanting to rage all the time, and what foods exacerbate that, because it's a real thing. It's really
Mhm.
sad what they have done to men and women, but women
Mhm.
especially, concerning their hormones. Because, yeah,
That's a
we're
good
like,
idea, Q.
what's happening to me? What's happening? Why am I feeling this way? Maybe, or functional medicine, OBGYN is
Mm-hmm.
what they would be a good one too. Functional
Yeah.
medicine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all millions of times.
Mm.
I don't get that one, Bob. I'm not. Are on social meds. I'm not really sure what that are on social meds. Special meds? What? Every year they took my. Oh wow! Ouch! I don't know if I should. Wow. I'm not understanding why they can't figure you out. I mean, as far
Yeah.
as where you're at least an idea.
Yeah.
But usually it does kind of go by age. I had to look up stuff about uterus real quick. Just learned a lot. Oh, bless you. There you go. It will help you and your wife. I'm telling you, this information, if you're not going through it now, it
Yeah.
comes for you. It comes
For
for
her.
you. It comes for her, and then it comes for you.
It's like,
You don't expect it. But anyway, so is that why, like, that's a good transition into the calm of the garden is also effective, I think, sometimes
Mhm.
for that
yeah.
stuff, that like
It
it's
is.
almost
The
extra anxiety. Yeah.
The anxiety of taking care of a loved one, you can go out and just be alone in the garden and weed.
Yep. Yep, you're getting
Mhm.
educated. Yeah. Yeah.
And the fresh air, and if you let your feet be in the soil and then on the grass and
Mhm.
stuff like that, and also
Oh, got
when
it.
you bring in a big harvest of something,
Yeah, that makes me
it's like
feel so good.
the Tom Hanks where I have made fire. I've grown tomatoes.
Yes.
Look at
There's
these carrots.
Mhm.
there's something so beautiful about bringing in a harvest and making
Yeah.
a dinner or something out of it. And
I
it's
grew
like,
that. Oh, I grew that.
Yeah.
Oh, you tasting that? I grew that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's very, very rewarding, and
Yes,
you
it
know
You're
what's in
welcome,
it.
Barry. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Exactly.
I don't remember what the product is called, but
Yes,
we
funny.
Canadians are adding it in 100%. Where I think Europeans went, no, we won't have that. But it's some sort of sprinkly stuff that they're going to sprinkle on your fruits and vegetables, and it will give them like a 4-month shelf life. So sprinkle it on your banana,
Yeah,
and
I'm
so
sure they do that here.
well, it's
Like
yeah,
I can't.
it's something brand. This is brand new where you're gonna get like not just an extra few weeks. It's like ongoing
Yeah.
months.
It's like here they put something on the apples now that just make them taste disgusting.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Marissa did. She did. She was making us. I think she was making apple cider vinegar. So she was doing a video for me, and um, she said, "Oh, I'm going to try a couple of methods of cleaning the apple beforehand." And I think it's when she does the baking soda and vinegar, just puts them in a bowl, like, just
Mhm.
picked, from not picked, but just from the store, puts in the bowl, takes it out. It is now brown, that apple,
Mm,
Mm.
completely brown. And it's like,
mm,
that's what that apple looks like. And then they, put their little magic red
mhm.
on it. And it's quite shocking to see the difference. I'll have to ask her exactly what she, or whether it's just even baking soda and warm water or
Yeah.
something like
Yeah,
that she
I've
puts
seen
them
them
in.
cleaning their fruits
That's
And
and
it
why
takes
vegetables
there's
with
more
it.
apple trees out there.
Mm.
Yeah.
exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly. So that's again the other reason why, you want to grow your own food. I
Yeah.
guess, Carol, one of the other things I would say for me, because I'm new but old to it, is that
Yeah.
I think there's just so much information all at one time. And that's because like,
Yeah.
okay, I gotta get out and I gotta prune the apples, or do I prune which one and what time of year and how to prune. And so it's this overload. And I remember my pastor even just not talking about the garden, but just speaking in life in general. He said, 40 years ago, you found out about things, like especially if you were in a smaller town or
Mhm.
rural area, you found out about things 6 months, after it happened. Oh, there was a big war or there was a famine. You would hear,
Mhm.
6 months to a year, or maybe you would never even hear about it. And then where what we have now, it's like, I'm sorry, I know what's going on in every single flipping country. Well, whatever they want to tell me is going on in those flipping countries.
Mhm.
Um, we're inundated with it all the time. And,
Yeah.
so I liken that where he said, and we shouldn't. It's so exhausting for the brain to go and know all of this stuff all at the same time. Kind of the same thing for me with the garden. It's like, in these last few years, it's like, or in this year specifically,
Yeah.
it's like not growing that, not growing that, not going to grow that. And some things it's like I'm just not going to give up until I successfully
Right.
grow. I love fresh carrots. So it's like I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to figure out what's going to work in my yard, my garden.
Yes.
And same with the onions, cuz we do a lot of garlic, a lot of onions in our house, and it's like I want to have my larder just stocked
Yeah.
full of
Those
onions.
are my three.
Yeah.
I'm still in the process of really learning onions, garlics, and carrots. And
Mhm.
I finally got broccoli and color, but still, it's a constant learning, just like
Mhm.
with life. But
Mhm.
yeah, those are the ones I want to really nail down because those are the three
Mhm.
ingredients that we use constantly. Hey,
Yeah.
Gear.
Uh my gear. Um
Hey, Gear. Welcome in, Gear Greta
we have
19.
it's called West Coast Seeds, and it's on the West Coast, up here in
Hmm.
Canada. And they sell a broccoli by the name of Gypsy.
Hmm.
That stuff, that's my favorite. It's like set it and
I
forget it.
used to get that. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So it's like, and I was picking broccoli that I planted last year in January still. Like we didn't
Mhm.
get enough of a hard frost for it to die, so it just kept producing. And
Yeah.
so I think it was after we had our crazy snowfall, that's when I lost the broccoli. But that
Mm,
I'd actually planted 2 different kinds, 2 different varieties from 2 different stores, and the one that I'd gotten from another kind of local farmer, it was not successful at all.
Mhm.
So broccoli
yeah.
is one of my, like, I can grow broccoli just because I don't have to do
Yes.
anything to it.
Yeah.
If I have to touch it or do something, might not grow. Mhm.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but, you know,
Mhm.
I wanna have foods that I can, you know,
Awesome.
can up, like with our, like I was growing, you know, tomatoes up the wattled zoos, every different kind and whatever, and it's like we've
Mhm.
settled on this one Nona tomato or Italian style tomato, and we made, I think we made a 16 quarts of, or no, 16 pints of tikka masala, and it was like hands down best thing ever. And it's like
Wow.
that's all
Mm,
we're gonna start making is just making a tikka masala. We can change it and slightly adjust it and make it almost like it's a butter chicken as well, right?
Mhm.
Because we've got the ketchup and we've got the tomatoes, and it's like, do we need another, you know, 16 pints of ketchup? No, no, we don't.
mm,
But in my thought process, it's like, okay, let's grow more of those tomatoes and then just, you know, fill our pantry with that tikka masala. Like we just
yeah.
went camping this week, and it was like, let's bring a couple of jars of tikka masala. We brought some. Marissa made some sourdough naan, and instead of using chicken with it, we used paneer. So it's like easy to take, you know, we're in a cabin with a stove and everything. But it was
Mhm.
like we're bringing homemade food on our little camping trip.
Mhm. Nice.
Yep.
Mm, really nice. Yeah, I that's what I need to get into is if I'm going to grow tomatoes because I can't really eat them, but I'd like to grow them to make ketchup or like barbecue sauce, like things that this keeps hitting my cheek and I'm about ready to just box out with it. Um, things that they're putting high fructose corn syrup and who knows what
Mhm.
else in the stores I'd
Right.
like to make myself. I also need to get in one of those immersion blenders because I do want to try and make my own mayo because that seems like
Mhm.
a pretty simple thing to do. I just don't know by visually watching those two things emulsify how I'll feel about eating it afterwards. And like, like just not sure. I think it's kind of cool watching other people do it. I guess I would be all right. You
Right.
know, if
Do you make
Mhm.
mayonnaise, Laura?
I have. It's kind of expensive to make yourself because if you want to buy, I mean, our thing is we wanted to make it uh, because it's healthier.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Yeah.
healthier oils are so expensive.
Yeah, the olive oils and such
Yeah.
are the organic olive oils. We are fortunate that sometimes what they'll do is they will have a BOGO, but I haven't seen them as much. And, we, according to the dates, got the ones that were the furthest away when I would go into the store and get the BOGO on the olive oils. But the
Mhm.
only thing too is like you just don't know. Is that really
Yeah.
olive
The,
oil?
the olive oil,
How much of it is olive oil,
right.
really? Like I don't
The
but it's
olive
still gonna be
oil.
better than I'm sorry, than the Hellmann's now with soy
Hmm.
Oh,
and the others with all the soy oil
Hmm.
and yeah. So
whatever
anyway,
else they're putting in. It doesn't even
exactly.
taste the same.
No, it doesn't.
And I
You
was a
are wow.
big Hellman's girl. Like every time
Yeah,
it was
me
on
too.
sale, it was like, you know, I'd always have like 4 or 5 in my pantry.
Yeah.
But
Yep. We were
We
too.
go through a lot of mayonnaise here, and
We
it just
were
isn't economical for me to make it myself.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, I've
I
never made it myself yet, and uh, you know, I might pass it off to my daughter to go, "You try it first." Like I think she's made it once, but I
mhm.
think I have a feeling that I'm just not a recipe follower, okay? Let's just be really honest. And I'll just like
mhm.
watch it on a YouTube video and I'll go, "Oh, here, that's how you do it." And it's like, "No, it didn't work." You know, it's like,
Yeah.
follow the recipe, Maureen.
I follow the recipe when I'm first starting to make something, and then it's
Yeah.
that's why you're good at sourdough, because you gotta kind of find the niche. You gotta kind of find. It speaks to you. You kind of
Make a
what I mean.
relationship with
I
your
mean.
dough. You have like a little
Yeah, you have a
thing going on.
relationship with your starter.
Yeah, I
you do.
don't eat any the bread, but once in a while I like a good coleslaw and I like mayo like in like a salmon or a tuna salad. But I have to eat it with vegetables because I don't eat the bread or the crackers or anything. But I do want to learn how to make a good like almond well, you can't have that, I know, but like an almond or low carb cracker because I do want to have some crackers once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into that a little bit more. It can make taro cracker. You can make taro chips, but they're just like potato chips. I mean, really, because the carbs are the same and everything's the same. It just
Right.
sounds fancier. Sounds like I'm doing something really great for my diet, but no, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just use taro instead of potato. Oh,
we make this Pampered Chef recipe called Cool Salmon Canapes. I do believe it does have cream cheese, a little bit of mayo, your salmon, dill, lemon zest, salt and pepper, a little bit of lemon juice, mix it up, and then we pipe it on cucumber slices. So if you're not
Nice.
eating, instead of a bread, you just eat it on a cucumber slice. It's just delish for a low carb fish item.
Mm-hmm.
That's the other thing is we do go by when we come across fresh caught salmon and that we'll bring it home and we'll can it up.
Yeah,
And,
see, that's why I want to can more food like fishes, and I can't eat like tuna fish from the store because the sodium levels in that stuff is just through the roof. Pasta sauces through the roof, all of that stuff. I just can't eat it, so I have to can it myself. So that's why we're going big on tomatoes this year.
Okay. I totally understand. I hope she starts feeling better real soon.
Yeah.
You're more than welcome. We enjoyed having you here, Brutal Bob.
Yeah, thank you
God
for
bless
coming.
you too.
His lovely owner, I love that.
I know. I love that.
My lovely owner.
Yeah. Shawnee, I was trying to text it to you, but yeah, I mean, in the side chat, I've gotten two. And I can take a picture and I'll message the two that are available to me at our Publix, and then you can check maybe if you can get them online. But like Laura said, the good one is more expensive because it's got a better oil in it. It doesn't have the soy. The soy is removed.
I don't like when we tried doing it with the good olive oil. The olive oil has such a big taste,
Right.
Yeah. It can have a strong taste. You got to maybe do the light.
My husband didn't like it at all.
Yeah, you got to do like a light. Plus, there's recipes even for mayo, like are you going to night, honey? The mayo that I got had like even mustard in it. I was surprised. Had a little bit of mustard. Had a
lot of them do.
Yeah, a little bit of garlic, a little bit of lemon, and I was like, okay, how does that still emulsify with lemon in it? It just seems like it would.
Those hand blenders.
Yeah, that's what I want. That's what I'm saying. Like to make the mayo, I want a hand blender, but we'll see. I just don't understand once you put when that would be to put the lemon in without it all of a sudden separating.
And it's quite a you have to really there's a steep learning curve on it.
Yeah, I watched Jess make it
do it on YouTube, and it's like, but it's kind of like sourdough. Yeah. You kind of have to really develop a niche for it, an understanding of it, and a feel for it.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. That's what it. Yeah, go ahead.
To do with your temperature in your home, or how damp it is in your house, and that's what I deal with my sourdough is on. It's like I have to watch the humidity level of my home, and that changes how much water I would put in it, so that it'll rise.
Oh, okay.
And then because the consistency of your dough and what it's supposed to feel like. Is it supposed to be sticky? Is it supposed to be this?
Yeah.
A stick of your dough is better. And so when you're mixing that dough up and it's like, oh, it's raining outside, and
Yeah.
and it's like, okay, that's why you add the you always see the chefs or the pastry people add that flour really slowly so that they can
Mm,
get the right consistency, because it's not always the same, you know.
mm,
No, no. And like today being a super sunny day, the bread definitely reacted differently. And
Mhm.
just being warmer in my home,
mm,
through the day. There, like,
Mhm.
not that it wasn't like, wow, it's really warm in here, but just, I don't know if it's just the natural temperature. So this was very different for me. And I thought, I'm
Mhm.
actually going to turn the light off, and just let it be in the oven rather than in a warming place, and let
mhm.
it just do its thing slowly. It
Yeah.
is in the larder and it will be in there for a good, 18 hours. So it should have a, a good long time to continue to do the ferment
Mhm.
proofing that it's doing.
Yeah. Yeah, Hudson,
So
I liked your croissants. Was that made with your sourdough dough? I can't remember your first attempt at croissants. They looked so yummy.
me,
No,
me,
growing with
Hudson.
Hudson,
Oh,
she
Yeah.
made some croissants, and then of course you made your beautiful cinnamon snowflake bread. Is that
yeah,
right? The right
yeah,
name? That looks gorgeous.
yeah.
That looked. I could have ate that whole bread by myself. Just
We
yeah.
did croissants a few years ago, and they are absolutely to die for. But like
Mhm.
in one of our bakeries here, and they are really great croissant, and it's $6 for per, and they're quite large.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And when you go through the whole process of how to make a good quality one, it is you go, I understand why they're $6 a piece.
Yeah.
Makes
Yeah.
total sense to me.
Here
Mhm.
is the explanation for everyone. I saw that he's responding to Q, but so everybody knows, I call her
Shut
my
up!
owner
Shut up!
because she
Shut
owns my
up!
heart through and through. I
Shut
know.
up! That's so
It
beautiful.
is gorgeous. And yet his
Oh.
name is Brutal Bob. Maybe because he
Mhm.
just brutally annihilates the women with all this like gush and mushy stuff.
Mhm.
Slaying. It slays. That's so sweet. That's so
Mhm.
sweet. Every
That is
woman wants
cute.
a husband that loves them like that. That's awesome, Brutal Bob.
Mhm. Yeah.
Dodo.
So they were regular,
Dodo.
she said. Regular dough. I've not tried to
Yeah.
make them with with sourdough either.
Mhm.
And
I
I would be hard pressed to do it just because
Mhm.
of the and it is in one of those things too.
Mhm.
It is like a 3-day process, just like my sourdough bread,
Yeah.
and it's
I've made.
like I make them any other way. Like it's like because there
Mhm.
is quick and easy, but you're like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
no, no. When you every little flaky buttery go.
Yeah. I
Mhm.
did see one video where they basically separated out the bread, regular or sourdough, I do not know, into smaller balls, and they did it in a circle, like a circle. And they would do like the ball, roll it out flat, make like a tortilla. Then they would lay their butter over top, then
Mhm.
do another and do another.
Mhm.
And it was like, oh, okay. And they
That's
didn't
how
do
you get the
a lot of
flakiness.
kneading. Yeah, they didn't do a lot of
Mhm.
kneading. And they just kind of cut it that way and rolled it. And it
Mhm.
like looked perfect. I was like,
Mhm.
oh,
Yeah,
yeah, that's
but
a good
whether
idea.
depending on how fluffy they would be,
Right.
or if they
Yeah.
adjusted the dough, because I know
They probably
with
did rest the dough so it rose again once they
You
did.
gotta rest the dough, and you gotta keep the butter cold, and
yeah,
It was Hudson. She saw it. She saw wasn't
yeah,
that cool? Was I describing it right? I don't know if they put it in the freezer or fridge like,
yeah.
you did with peeling it off with the butter, 'cause,
mhm,
they'll get it nice and cold and put it on
I
too.
make
yeah,
I'll make, like, I used to make my sourdough
I
loaf
probably
bread,
do,
and
Dee.
then I'd make some bagels to go on the side, because
Mm.
I have a big recipe, and then, make some bagels too.
Oh, yeah,
mm.
that's what she's ta yeah, that sounds really good, especially with some
I've never
everything
tried to make
sprinkled on them.
bagels.
It's
They're
pretty simple.
It's like you
Yeah.
shock them in water first, don't you? You give them a little boil and then you bake them.
Yeah, with a little baking soda in the water.
Mm-hmm.
You do a minute on both sides, and then they puff up in the water, and then you bake them.
Okay.
It's really
And would you
simple.
use the same dough, or is there a slight
Yeah.
variation?
You can use
Same
same
dough.
dough.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay,
Mike, is
that might
that the correct term? Laminated doughs. I
yeah,
didn't
you
know that.
laminate with the butter. Yeah, the one that we do,
Cool.
it's like we have to put it into the fridge, like after we do, one of the folds
Mhm.
in, and you
Yeah.
put it into the fridge for 20 minutes, and then you take it out and you put it in the freezer. Then you bring it out and you start beating the crap out of it to do the next fold, and
Mhm.
it's like so that you end up with 32 layers is what you're looking for.
Mhm.
I think it was
Wow.
32. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. But it was,
That's the
and
snow. That's the
it's
snowflake that you made, or is that
no, that is making a croissant.
making a croissant?
Yeah.
Croissant is right. I need to learn how to say it.
Croissant. You do croissant.
Croissant.
Well, bless you. Bless you. Bless you. Do you need a tissue?
No, I need a
No.
croissant.
Yeah, because when I make the snowflake or the heart, the cinnamon snowflake, I make 3 balls, and same thing. I'm not laminating it with butter, but I am just brushing with butter cinnamon. But
Okay.
Oh, your butter was too cold. That's interesting because, well,
She
you
put it
you
in the.
just gotta
I watched her peel it, and it was pretty. It was pretty darn stiff. So
yeah, you have to just keep beating it.
just
Yep.
beating that bread.
Well, there's a lot of techniques that you learn over time.
Yeah.
Yes, our bakers.
Well, you
yeah.
just keep rolling it, and it does
Yeah.
start to warm up, and then once it's warm, now you can do your folds, and then it's like,
And then-
now stick back in the
It is,
freezer.
yeah.
Yeah, it's too warm now.
I think that's what I can look forward to as a goal. I get my weight down, and then I can make croissants because my daughter loves croissant. I make some croissants when I work at the bakery.
What I
Ooh,
was told when you're singing in French is you just push your lips together when you are singing, and you will sound like you have a French accent. If you
Easy croissant.
croissant. Yeah.
I knew you meant worked. Isn't that funny, Grumpus? Yay, dyslexia for the win because I read things into things that aren't there. Yay.
Yeah, me too. All the time.
So it's when I worked at the bakery. We buttered, rolled, and folded the Danish dough for 3 days. Lots of work. Ooh,
Wow.
wow. I don't know
Yeah.
about the Danish dough. What's the Danish dough? Is that another?
Everything European it's like I have no idea about the Polish people. I go, what is up with that? Let's make pierogies. So first of all, we got to go and peel all the potatoes and mash them up and make whatever thing. And then you got to make your dough. Then you got to put them all together, make all these little cuts. Then we got to go and boil them. And it's like, what? That's a lot of steps just
That's
to
a
get
lot
a
of
little.
work.
And the cabbage rolls. Oh, we got to slice the cabbage roll. We got to boil the cabbage rolls. We got to make the hamburger and the rice, put it all together, put it in roll it up, and then cook it
I
again. You're
know.
like,
God bless those moms and grandmas with all those steps. What? And
Yeah.
wow.
and it's,
Yeah.
it's good, delicious stuff. But you go,
You know
"Wow."
what? The societies that do that, they're usually thinner. because there's so much process in them.
Yeah, that takes so much work, right? Yeah, they work off their calories before they get them in their mouth.
Because yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
very
they're eating
quickly
real
as-
food.
Yes,
That's
they
it
are
too.
eating real food. That's the one thing is that people don't realize is that if we get back to eating our real food and what we grow, how healthier we are. That was one thing about Jessica from
Roots and Refuge.
Roots and Refuge. Thank you.
That's true. They're doing it with their family usually, growing with Hudson. They're all helping out in the kitchen and doing a stuff.
Yeah, and it brings the family together too. You don't see that anymore either.
Yeah,
No.
it does. You see it with
I
some
had-
of the Italian families that still are intact. They do that for ravioli rolling and everything. And Diva, did you guys make those the pot stickers? that night that you were eating the pot? Was it pot stickers that I saw? Did you guys make those, or you just
No, we didn't. No,
ordered?
no,
Okay,
all of it was from the big
that's
box store, frozen.
all look
And
delicious.
so,
Wow.
yeah, we
Mhm.
didn't. I don't know that we made the dips and sauces, but no,
Mhm.
no, no,
Okay.
no. It was
I didn't know if you guys were doing that as a family. I was about to say, "Oh, well, Diva, they make." So I'm glad I asked.
we do like when we make Korean food, we will do like we will make the japchae, the noodles and all that sort of thing, and we make our
Oh.
own kimchi regularly. Um,
Ooh.
and I will,
Is that a video yet? The kimchi?
making kimchi.
Yeah.
She's shown how to make kimchi.
Oh,
Oh, that
You
would
know,
be good to watch.
yay. Yes, I need
Mhm.
that.
I need to
Maybe
get
yeah,
I
that
can.
kind of cabbage and make that kind of kimchi. Maybe in the fall.
Mhm.
mhm.
I
Yeah,
love kimchi.
me too.
It's so good, and you can adjust it. That's the thing is
Mm-hmm.
depending on if you want it really
I
spicy.
made rhubarb.
We like it with ginger, like a lot of fresh ginger in it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mhm.
I just love that extra, kick of ginger. So you make what you can put whatever you want in it.
Yeah.
She does make it
Mary
with
and I,
from
we're related.
shrimp.
I like
I
spicy, but
love
I like
kimchi.
it spicy. Yeah, I like it spicy too. But we'll
I,
see
l-
how my
I like
body
a spicy
reacts.
poo. You like a
I like
spicy
it.
poo?
Yes, I like it spicy
My,
too.
my poor
And
mother-in-law.
then we have spicy
It's
poo
got too much
afterwards.
No.
pepper and it's like, oh, it's spicy.
Oh, no, I asked you, do you like a spicy poo?
I do
That is,
like a spicy food. I do.
oh, spicy
Gosh, when
food
I
or
make
spicy poo?
I know they say, you like a spicy poo?
when I eat the
You-
spicy food, I have a
Then
spicy
I get the
food.
spicy
Yeah, then
poo.
we get the spicy poo.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
know
goodness.
my girlfriend taught English in Korea, and she go, and they always ask, do you like the spicy poo?
Oh, you still have those? So funny.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's spicy jelly beans, jelly belly
Spicy
jelly
jelly
beans.
beans.
What's the name of that thing? I forgot when you guys the
It's
challenge.
bean basiled.
Okay.
Yeah. It's jalapeno, cayenne, um, uh, Reaper. Yeah, it's all in here.
You mean you're not sure if it's good or spoiled or not? Wrong with Hudson. It's messing with my spoiled dish.
You take these little
I
packages,
wanted.
and it's a game. You like so this sits on here,
Oh,
and you spin it,
Yeah,
and
bean
then-
right.
boozled. Yep.
yeah,
Bean boozled.
and then they
Oh.
have some bean boozles that are rotten, like
Yeah.
rotten things.
Yeah,
And-
like throw up. They have ones that are like really gross.
Throw up, Band-Aid.
Yeah.
You know, all
I
kinds.
can't
of,
believe that they can even make those flavors. It's crazy to me.
Yeah.
And it's nasty. But yeah. Ghost pepper in that one or no? I don't remember if you guys had the ghost pepper.
No, ghost pepper on this one.
Yeah. I want to know like what peppers
Cilantro.
are good for making, say, like a good paprika. Doesn't have to be smoked. I mean, just paprika. Like that's a common spice that I use. Is it a paprika pepper? Like, what's that
Yeah.
pepper called? Do you guys know?
It's a red pepper that's about this big. I forget the name of it.
I know exactly the booger. There, he knows what they are. Booger, grass, rotten egg.
Mhm.
You're so funny, Gear. Must be eating exactly. Who got to be the test?
I think the
person?
rotten egg for me was the worst.
Oh yeah, yeah. All pure sulfur. Oh, you do? Hudson has a ghost pepper plant. Cool. I have a baby tree. It's the 45-year plan tree growing with Hudson. I don't know if you saw it. I'm very proud of it. It's like a twig sticking out of soil that I ordered for like $16. But one day it will be a tree. I have faith.
Okay.
Although
So
some of the
what
little
pepper is
leaves
used
develop.
for paprika? For
It is
paprika?
yeah,
It
paprika?
is you basically need to start blah blah blah. The most common variety used for making paprika is tomato pepper, sometimes with the addition of more pungent varieties called chili peppers and cayenne or whatever. So because it's a mild pepper. So
Mm.
but I've
Yeah,
never
that's
heard of
what I
a
wanted. I
tomato
was like a
pepper.
mild pepper.
Tomato pepper. What's a tomato pepper?
Never heard of that. Tomato pepper. Was that with Shed Wars Q?
Oh,
They did
sweet
that?
red.
Sweet red pepper?
Hmm.
Yeah. Some sources claim that most commonly produced paprika is made from the sweet red pepper, also called the tomato pepper.
I'll be darn. Okay.
But that's only from one
Yeah. No, I
one
think I've
source.
read.
I might need to double source or triple source
Yeah,
my,
but I think I
you
read
know.
that before. I think I did.
Yeah,
Now that
you
you're
can get
saying
a
it.
cayenne pepper. Yeah.
Yeah, cayenne pepper is a cayenne pepper, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
cayenne
You
pepper is a
can-
cayenne
you-
pepper.
I think I have some of those.
Okay. Yeah, I
yeah.
might have some of the cayenne. I have to double check. But yeah, I want to start making sure I have those type of things that are going to fill my spice cabinet if we're not eating them in the food. Now, what
Mhm.
kind of peppers are you putting in kimchi?
Oh, that's a
It's a
that's that,
Szechuan
that is a special Korean type of pepper.
pepper.
Ooh.
Okay.
It's very it is distinctively different. Like we do
Different.
have she does use some just wait.
They use them in India?
Gochujang, it's the red pepper paste, but we do buy the
Oh, okay.
ground pepper as well. But it is like it is a specifically grown in Korea. I don't know what that pepper is. That would be an interesting thing to go and
Yeah. Okay. GT Junior says he has a paprika pepper. So that's interesting, GT. You're going to have to show us what that looks like. That's one thing yeah.
maybe
he
its own
has
thing.
a paprika pepper. And cayenne is a variety, Mike said. And
Yeah.
paprika is its own too. Okay, so
Yeah,
they've hybridized.
Cayenne long.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
I have that kind.
Yeah.
Geez, I can't get out of here. Do any of you
Then
ladies
I've got
know a
the-
use for ghost peppers
Any-
in India? Mm-mm.
Lemon jalapeno pepper.
Oh, yeah. Lemon.
Oh, nice.
I haven't started many of these because we really don't eat a lot of them. What we eat is I started banana peppers. We eat a
Oh,
lot
nice.
of those. And bell peppers. So I started a lot of those.
Oh, thank you, Growth Hudson. Awesome. And then I'll return the favor, unless you're Marine, and then you'll get it like 6 months later after I mention it. Because that's my life. Because that's what happens to me.
I've known you for more than a year, darling.
Yeah, okay, so maybe it's more than 6 months. I don't know. GT Junior is the one who knows because he was here with us. Some use alma peppers. Oh, okay. A ripe Hungarian wax. Interesting. A Lushir paprika pepper. Maybe even. I have the Arjavarsky. Okay. So are you trying all of those to see which ones dry down nice, Shani? Or roast? Are you
cool.
going to roast them? Yeah. If you lime cayenne. Oh, I think that is. If you like cayenne, try Thai peppers. I do have Thai peppers at the Asian market. Oh, you're a pepperhead? Okay.
A pepper, huh?
Yeah, he's really into peppers. See, I have to be careful. Like, I have to start with the mild ones in case Malachi gets curious. I did have some hot ones, and thankfully he left them pretty much alone. I think he tried to grab one, and I caught him in time. Yeah, I wouldn't mind making chutney, but mango. I wanted to try making mango.
Mike, do you know what it's like? It's gochugaru. Do you know what that pepper is? Because that's what the hot pepper flakes, the Korean, is gochugaru, but gochujang is the paste. But it's like, what freaking pepper do you use?
This is
Can we
interesting.
grow it?
Berto Bob says they hang those peppers on the farm fences to deter the elephants and tigers from entering through the fence. I learned that hunting there years ago in India. That's really interesting. That's how they use their
because they can't do anything
ghost
else.
peppers. Yeah. Maybe you could use those to keep the coyotes away because they have sensitive
Maybe.
noses. And the birds won't mind because they'll eat peppers.
Yeah, the birds won't mind. That would be the thing, is they'd be jumping up to get the
Want to
peppers
get the peppers, yeah.
because they can't taste the
Capsicum.
heat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, our little parrots couldn't either. They could have them, but you had to be careful because then, of course, they get the poops. They
Yeah.
eat too much. I'm gonna smoke them and then, oh, that sounds good. Yeah, yeah,
Yum.
really nice. Yeah, I don't have a smoker. Oh gosh, not the ghost pepper story with your son. Terrible. I know it. It's very sad for the son. We'll just say he had it on his hands and his hands went somewhere else because he had to go to the bathroom.
Oops.
Lipstick is your favorite mild? Okay, I might have lipstick pepper because that is definitely something that I can grow right now. It's the peppers.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's where I'll start. Is the only problem is like eating peppers. My husband doesn't like peppers at all. I'm the one who eats them, but I'm trying not to eat too many nightshades
Mm.
to see if it'll help with the inflammation. And then I'll reintroduce it back. So
Yeah.
I guess it's okay. I'm like, where's Mike? Did I put him up so you can see him? He's over in Diva's chat. You can go give her like a little loving too if you're over in my chat.
Yeah.
Diva's got hers open too. We
Okay.
grow stream together. We grow stream.
That's awesome.
So you're always
Okay,
welcome
so
to if the
is it-
thing's up there, Laura. You just open up and then you kind of copy and paste or just write something in the title and you can open one up and get hours with us
Ha-
or minutes.
I don't understand.
Steve and I will show you sometime with
Okay.
it's not that hard. I usually have a button up there, right, Diva? You saw the button when you came in?
Yeah.
Okay. And
At
that
the
all you
top,
do.
it's a little paper clip, and it'll say, "Do you want to share this stream out?" And you just click yes, and then it'll bring it up, and you just put in the title, and then and say,
opens.
co-streaming. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So then it opens a page on your account
Okay.
and they can come in and
Oh, cool.
basically get time too.
Mhm.
It's hopefully working. We're hoping it's working. Ghost.
It's helping me. It's helping my watch time hours for
Good.
sure.
Yeah. That's
It's
awesome.
helping mine, but it's so hard to tell. Like when you get into like certain is that moving or was that the same the other day? I need to
Yeah.
start writing it down. Plus
Yeah.
things falling off because they do.
Mhm.
I learned from you. I didn't realize that's how they did it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like many different common names. Okay. But they're the same pepper. That makes sense. That's why you go into the Latin with plants because it's the same thing. Different plants will have the same common name in different states. And so you have to learn when you're doing horticulture the Latin.
Mhm.
So you're not making a mistake. Oh, okay. They're from Northeast. I didn't know that. From Northeast India. I'm afraid of ghost or any of those ones. It's
Yeah. I don't need to
the
go there.
super hot. No, I can't do that right now. Oh, did it? Sweet deliciousness? Okay. Sweet chocolate bell pepper. Oh, that sounds good. And if it's dark, it's got those
Oh, I see.
anthocyanins in it. Sweet chocolate. Hold on. Pepper. Oh, bell. Okay. I got it. I just wanted to write it down because I'm old fashioned like that. I like to write things down. And then I forget where I put them because I'm old like that. I take notes and don't know where I put the notes. Yeah, it's like a light blue text. Storms is saying. Barry, you saw it too when you came. Oh, that's right. You co-streamed with us. That's right.
I'm doing it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I don't know how much longer we'll keep going, but
Yeah.
try it. Do it as
Yeah,
a
we'll do it.
learning. Do it as a
Yeah.
learning thing. I love it's like your test. We got to have a test with J3GS Farm. Wonderful man. Helped us
Yeah.
both out. Pepper, so many flavors, some sweet to burn your lips off. You just have to know which one. Like that's
Yeah.
the thing. You grab one, you think it's a sweet one, and then you burn your lips off. Oh, I see you up above. There you go.
Am I in there?
You're on my thing. I can see you. Yeah, hold
Oh,
on.
okay.
I can go to your view YouTube. Let me see if it's open.
I'm trying to. do it.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep,
Sweet.
you're open. GT got over there. I'll give you a like too.
Oh, thank you guys.
Yeah. Let me see. Live chat. Hey.
Hey guys.
Hi. And you'll see now, is hers with paperclip or I just see the paper clips?
No, we see the paper clips.
Okay.
Like, so anybody that's on mine,
The paper clips are for the people that are not in your stream, right? I think is how you explain it.
Well, I see the paper clip. So
Yeah. So
now I see Storm.
okay. Do you see my name? I just came in there and said, "Hey, I'm over
Yes,
here."
I do.
Okay. Do I have a paper clip from what you're seeing?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, that's weird.
so
Cool,
it says that you're
guys.
on.
That's really cool.
Okay. That's weird. No, I don't need to hide any comment. Why is it asking me that? The freak. I don't know what happened. Oh, I just left Mike's up too long. He's like, "You want to hide this comment? Because, you're just hovering on it
However,
a little long." Thanks, StreamYard. Before I try to grow for seasoning is what I eat. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. I didn't check my email while I'm live. I'll check it in a little bit, in just a minute, because I'm way behind, I think, in the side chat. I had to work my time. Oh, yeah, I would have to too. Totally.
Yeah.
Mike is saying, "Hey," just in case you guys are in separate ones. Oh, wait a minute. What is this?
Yes, I think it's just gochu, a Korean Hong gochu pepper.
Okay.
For making, I was just reading about that myself. So the gochu, meaning pepper, gochugaru is the powdered, and then gochujang or gochujang is when they make a fermented pepper paste. But I just,
Oh, okay.
it's like
I
it's
might
such
have
a it
pepper
it is a
paste.
different tasting pepper.
Mhm.
And there is again the levels of mild and crazy
Yeah.
hot and
I like it
Korean spice.
spicy. I just can't make it with. I have to make it with coconut aminos. I can't make it with soy. That's the only thing, because I'll get a migraine. Oh, I sent it to you.
Yeah, I think this is just a dry
Mutated
pepper.
bread or chocolate milk. Oh wow, that's wild. I was like floored that they call the white things inside the pepper the placenta. That just seems so weird. Kind
it
of
is weird.
just a weird, like, really? Why?
Why
Like,
do you have to be so rude?
exactly. Well, if that's
Yeah.
the placenta, oh, I guess if that's the placenta, the babies are the seeds. Interesting. So then, wait a minute.
Aw.
Are we eating a uterus when we eat the pepper? Ew. Ew.
Disgusting.
Ew.
Disgusting.
Stuffed uteruses for dinner, dear. Ugh.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry,
stuffed
guys.
jalapenos. Mmm.
Sorry,
Yeah.
guys.
What happened? You okay?
Yeah, I was just. I'm going into your guys' lives and saying hi too. And
Oh,
it's
okay.
just the voices.
I know
come up,
it's a
and
lot. It's a lot.
And then it just starts. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, does the echoing thing.
Oh, cute.
It's all good. It's all good. We're still
I did-
learning.
I
Yep.
do too. That's one I do have that I'm getting ready to grow. I did have that one out. That's actually over near Marine's package. I'm just going to take it and tape it. So
Take it and
and
tape it.
I'm going to tape the whole thing up and just send it to you. Oops, wait a minute. Oh, just ruined. Sorry. I'm sorry, Grumpus. You'll get over it. It's okay. It's really okay. It's okay.
Oh.
It's just a joke.
Yeah.
You'll
Well,
be
that's the
all
thing where
right,
it's like,
man.
why do you have to be like, why do you have to wreck it for all of us? That's sad.
Yeah.
Great. Now I'm never
You
getting
know,
peppers ever again.
now that I said that, that's gonna go through YouTube because that's just odd. Anything that comes out weird or odd, they'll be like,
Mhm.
yeah, we're
Mhm.
having stuffed uteruses tonight. Or maybe a little stuffed pepper hoo-ha. Yeah, that could go through the YouTube streets. Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah, it's late night chat. It's
So
late.
maybe that makes me, well, because a while ago, I got pepper, and it seemed like it had a little baby inside. You know,
Oh, right.
it had like,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
true because it can. It can.
yeah,
I think my mom's had tomatoes like that where she sliced the tomato, and just from those seeds, there was lots of little, like they were already starting to sprout.
Oh,
mm-hmm,
wow.
yeah. Isn't that crazy?
That is
Yeah.
crazy.
I've had that with melons too.
Oh,
Melons and
really?
gourds and things like that. Yeah.
Oh, yes, it is very real, suburban hillbilly. Why not
Well,
use it productively?
I'm
Yeah.
gonna say that's for you people in your world. It's only 11 o'clock here.
That's true. You're in the West Coast
I'm in
area
the
where it's still
me and Bob are and Garden Warrior. We're in the it's not nighttime zone yet.
Yes.
So we're still early. Oh, and then GT's even behind us.
Oh,
It's only 10 o'clock for him.
I'm glad I'm an hour behind Carol because I'm not the biggest nighttime
Mhm.
person, but
No.
Y'all, if you ever get pepper oil stuck on your hands, the Gojo from the garage works to get it off.
mhm.
Yes.
They
Just
say
so you know.
lemons too. I've never done it though.
I don't know, but
Grumpus is 1 hour behind me, 102, and
yeah.
one in Tennessee.
Yeah.
And
My son-in-law, they were chopping peppers,
Oh, thank you, Hudson.
and then he and his lovely wife my daughter went and had a bath, and then he came out and he said, "I need to get some milk or something for her."
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh,
because they were having a cozy bath together, but he wasn't thinking that his hands were chopping peppers with no gloves on. So he was touching places that left her a little bit
Hey,
spicy.
suburban hillbilly.
yeah.
Good to see you.
Probably be like, Mommy, Daddy doesn't get to wash me anymore.
Pretty
you.
much. Pretty
Fuck
much. He goes, I should
Oh,
have wore gloves.
Owie.
I should have wore gloves.
yeah.
Oh, vinegar to get cayenne off.
I've done that, like touch your eyes. When
Yes.
Trisha's saying lemon
Yes.
does not work for their peppers, so
Okay.
be
So now we know.
careful. Be
Another one.
careful. Right? Owie. Ouchie. Yeah.
It was an ouchie. And
Yeah,
and
I've
then we
done that with
laughed
the
about
eye.
it.
Yeah, of course.
Mm.
Did she?
She well because it's like, they didn't come right out and say it. It was like you go, he should have used gloves to chop the peppers. And I went, what's the big deal? And she just stared at me. And I went, and then we just continued to laugh,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
you're comfortable, but it's like, okie dokie, I know what happened in the bathroom.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. No,
Nope,
it wasn't good.
not good.
Not
I was
good.
going to say something.
Oh. Wow.
Look away. Everybody look away.
I know.
What did he say?
He's
That's right.
kind of experienced that.
Mhm. Oh. Well,
Wow.
there you
Even in
go.
the eyes. That's amazing. Wow.
Mm.
So I guess that was an immediate tolerance builder, but I wouldn't suggest it for anyone in the audience if you're saying what I think you're
Not
saying.
a doctor.
Like, I'm not a doctor. Oh, doctor.
I can't tell you how to
Just
do
to
that.
play one on TV.
Yeah, I just play one on YouTube occasionally. I play a nutritionist. Yeah, right.
Oh, I don't know.
Can
if
we
can
all make
Gojo
Gojo?
soap.
Maybe.
Well,
We might.
Shawnee, get looking it
Hey,
up.
yeah,
You're our interwebs girl that just seems to bang. She
I
gets all those good
know.
things.
Bang, boom, ba bang.
Don't mind me. I'm just using my little breathe stick that looks really bad on camera. It
It's like,
helps
oh,
me.
what are you snorting there, Carol?
Just my breathe
It's just
stick.
it's
Just my
just my
breathing.
my crystal menthe.
Just my crystal mint in the stick. Yep. I've got to get some peppermint oil so I can mix up some extra strong peppermint oil.
Gojo on a rope.
Because it's a bar soap on a rope if she's making the Gojo bar soap. Yeah, exactly. Oh my goodness. But that's actually a good idea. If you could do that, Shawnee, and put it on a rope and you can put it right in the kitchen on the cabinet right there. So when you're doing your peppers,
Yeah.
it's there to remind you, wash your hands.
Yeah.
Good morning, Hudson. You too.
Oh, you
Good
too,
morning.
right? I know. Good morning. Have a good
Good
morning.
morning.
We go into bed after this for a few hours at least.
Mhm.
I wonder if my tears, etc., were spicy when processing. I bet. I bet.
You have to just taste them.
Yeah. Do you taste, Mike? Have you made the mistake of trying to dehydrate them in your house in like a small room?
Yeah, you can't do that.
No.
Or put them in a blender.
Oy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I haven't tried the blender one. So the blender is no good either with hot peppers, huh?
No, no, you do it
Is that
outside.
why you see, like with Mexican recipes, that they'll actually kind of pre-boil some of their stuff before they, like the peppers, before they blend them with some of the sauces?
Maybe that. Yeah.
I wonder.
It's usually
we're all over the place, Storms. I know.
You're trying to rehydrate some of them. That's why.
I'm surprised Dawn didn't work, Trish. That's really surprising because that usually removes like the oil off my hands, like my physical oil that my body makes. It like goes down to that and dries me out completely.
Oh, she's got the recipe right there.
Oh, awesome. Wait a minute. Hold up. Gojo bath bombs. Oh my gosh, that would get you squeaking.
Well, that would probably help my daughter with her issue that she had.
Yes.
That's true. This is true.
Put a bath bomb in it. A Gojo bath bomb.
Yeah.
Wait. What videos are we talking about, Mike? Is this going like to the another level? Like what? Where? Wait. Are we still on the Diva story and you got videos like that?
Oh no.
Because I don't think you can put those on YouTube. I don't think so. I think you have to private them.
All right, quarter cup of liquid Castile.
I'm taking a picture of it so I don't lose it.
1 cup of white vinegar, 1/3 cup of salt, 1/3 cup of sugar, 1/3 cup of baking soda, 3 open capsules of charcoal, 5 drops of peppermint oil, 5 drops of eucalyptus oil, 5 drops of tea tree oil. But she also said, I thought it would have orange in it. Because doesn't
Gojo
that's
the orange. There's the Gojo orange. I don't know why they're doing it that way. Yeah, I agree. Most of the one I use is the orange one too.
Me
but
too.
I think they have they had one before the orange, and the orange one just sold better. Hey, TN Bushcrafter, where you at? I see you. Oh, there you are.
Yeah, so Mike was saying he's got videos of him dehydrating peppers.
Oh,
that's his video.
Okay.
Good, clean.
Thank you for clarifying.
So he was talking to somebody else, and yeah,
I thought too. No, he was answering me because I said, "Did you ever do that?" And I just forgot I asked him because that's me.
Right.
The second one after nap. Oh, you got a nap? That sounds so nice. Yeah, okay.
Oh.
My friend thought she had a gas leak, had to leave the house with her dogs, and almost called the fire department. She was having serious. Turns out her neighbor, Oh no, it's a cliffhanger. Where's the rest?
No,
Okay.
I'm cooking ghost peppers. There you
Cooking
go.
ghost. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's
That's
horrible.
terrible.
That's terrible. It's right. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I dehydrated my chili peppers and my cayenne. I did dehydrate them in my easy bake, and then I did blend them.
Sounds like a delicious challenge. Wait, with the Castile soap? Is that what, wait, are we going off of like Shawnee's recipe? It kind of does, except for the Castile soap. Yeah.
Oh my
And the
goodness.
charcoal. Just, yeah.
And the
Yeah,
charcoal.
could be.
Yeah. Hey,
Could
Trish.
be. I don't usually eat eucalyptus on my salad or tea tree. Yeah. Yeah, you do. We were just talking about if you've done it in a closed environment, Tien. That's what I asked him. Like, if you ever learned
Yeah.
that lesson accidentally, went to dehydrate your peppers, not open the windows or whatever, or put it outside instead.
I've never done hot peppers, but
Yeah, me either. Because I want to make the spice, and I'm wondering, like, okay, how am I going to do this? I'm going to have to get a dehydrator
right.
because I can't do it. I dehydrate in my oven right now because I just don't dehydrate that much. I didn't
Mhm.
want to spend it.
Yeah,
Then you
I
put
do.
them in a Ninja blender inside your house? What?
Uh-huh.
What
I
about
do mine. I do mine in a blend, like with my immersion blender. I grind them up. Or no, it was a Ninja, so it is more a little bit
it's
closed. And,
enclosed? Okay.
Yeah, but when you open that up, you got to do this.
yeah,
Yeah, like
So,
So
you're
it
not
doesn't-
getting it right in the face.
you don't get the plume. Oh, she was sick for days. That's terrible.
sorry.
Poor person.
hmm
She was really
Probably
sensitive to
ingested too much.
peppers. Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
well, you just are. I can't do that. You have a definite tolerance for hot peppers, then, Mr. T. N. Bushcrafter.
I also let my peppers just air dry as well. That's another. You don't
Mm.
have to do the dehydration, depending on your climate. Again,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
like you could air dry them. They do take much longer.
I
Yeah.
would probably have to do it here because it's so humid here. Probably in Florida too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's humid here, but they actually dried. Cut my thumb.
Exactly. If you have any breathing issues prior, yeah, getting
Mhm.
that into your home. Oh my. And not knowing either what it is and why you're just like ready to die.
Right. I think that's interesting because cayenne pepper, if you're taking it internally, helps with breathing issues.
Yeah.
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 if
But
you're-
breathing it in,
Meditate.
not so much.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Every year you make that. I need to start getting on a schedule with things. That's the thing that's
Yeah.
hard for me. The schedule.
Yeah, actually, we've got so much garlic that we grew last year that's actually what we're going to do is I said I'd like to just dry it all and then powder it so I have my own fresh dried garlic
Mhm.
powder.
Yeah.
I
And
don't
you
like
did
the
it
taste.
during winter? So what kind of dehydrator, TN, do you have where it's just not blowing? Like, because most dehydrators. Sorry, did I cut you off? I'm sorry.
No.
Oh,
Right.
I thought that
dropped
was
my-
your new signal to me. Like,
Hey, I'm talking over me.
No, I'm just being rude over here because I dropped my pistachio on the ground. It's like
not the pistache, not the pistache on the floor.
yeah,
With
it's on the
pistache,
floor.
the more expensive the food is, the longer the seconds are. With it hitting the floor. That's my theory.
Amen.
Oh, okay. You air dry them to save some seeds. That's smart. Yeah, because the dehydrating would probably not allow them to germinate.
Yeah.
You like that, GT? If it's expensive food, you get a few more seconds. It's for sure.
Mhm.
They probably string up. Yeah, I've seen the stringing up that they've done it. Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
They've done it for centuries that way. Like Mexico has them all over the place. You see them.
And yeah,
Mm.
and those are places they're dry, but and also European places, and
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
the humidity is there, but they just will dry. Pistachio down.
Oh, the dogs too got it. Wow.
Oh my goodness.
What the heck were they doing with those peppers that so much was airborne? Wow. I know.
Wow.
Pistache. I heard somebody say that once. It's called a pistache. I like stachio too. It's cute.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Too. I don't know how. All right. So then Tian, then other people, like, I don't understand. Like, you and your family can just handle that. And this poor lady is like dying and it's coming through her ventilation system.
Wow.
That's unbelievable. Well, that's like what we were talking about this morning too, was we're all a
Mhm.
different petri dish. We all have our different sensitivities. So
I was
she
just
might
going to say
have
that. Yep.
an underlying, she might have an underlying condition too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 10-second. You get 5 more seconds. 10 seconds for delicious, 5 more seconds if it's expensive. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
They were in the backyard. They weren't even in the house.
What the heck?
But
So
got
they were smoking them or cooking them in the backyard,
And it
and
got
it
into her eventually.
blew into her ventilation.
What is
So
that
who-
company that sells the peppers that are the pepper sauce that they I think it's in Arizona that is a Mexican company. It's a really popular pepper sauce, and they said that people that lived around
Sriracha? Is it
them,
sriracha sauce?
Mm-hmm.
The people that lived around them just had issues
Had
because
all
of it.
kinds of issues with the smell, with the
Wow.
cosmetics and all of that stuff.
Wow. You're cooking. That's so crazy. See? Let me see if I shall have never had an issue with super hot. Yeah. Oh, wow. So maybe it's just got your genetics and you're just born to do this, man.
Mm-hmm. Probably.
Super hot peppermint. Oh, the Tabasco company also got complaints around there. Huh.
Mm.
Never would have thought. Didn't even think about. Oops, sorry. Didn't even think about that. Those companies, like it could plume out,
Right.
and affect people around them. Well, I went into that earlier about my mom was concerned because she lived in the country and she lived around chicken houses, and she's like, chicken houses stink really bad. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
I will not go with you to that area of Georgia if we end up near a chicken house.
Yeah. Well, that's like my husband was saying. He can't stand going by a Tyson chicken house because it's so nasty.
I might get in trouble for that.
Well,
that's just our opinion. It doesn't
That's our
mean,
opinion.
yeah, it's just an opinion, and we're allowed to have them. Yeah.
Sorry.
That's okay. It's just naming the company. I don't know if they would. You never know with different companies what they have with the AI, what kind of agreements they have. I mean, I saw something now. The new thing is you can put a group of lawyers on retainer. Like there's a group of lawyers you can pay into this thing where they will clean up your social media for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's so unfair. So then we
It
never
is.
will see these negative remarks because there go
Right.
the lawyers,
Yeah.
and we'll use these crappy businesses that should have had negative comments.
Right.
But instead, they were scared into slandering the company and getting sued.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous. I don't know. That's where we should be able to definitely say something.
Mm-hmm.
I heard it was in shortage, but then I saw it in my Walmart, so I don't get it. Sriracha is in shortage. All the peppers come from a certain area of Mexico, and oh, that's why. Okay, that's crazy. I thought I just saw it in my Walmart. Maybe not. Maybe not.
Well, if you do, go buy some. If it's cheap, you can go and probably sell it for a whole bunch.
Put it on eBay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't type on mine? What? All of a sudden?
Weird.
That's weird. Uh-oh. I'll check my thing. I didn't put you in timeout or anything. That's strange as heck. I hope nobody fell asleep and did. Like one of my mods might have done that in the background. They might be in the background. I've
Oops.
done that by accident, put somebody in timeout. I fell asleep over my phone and went somehow put
I
somebody in
think I put somebody in timeout the first time somebody made me a mod, and I was like, oops,
sorry.
I don't know what I'm doing. Why'd you make me a mod?
Yeah, I thought it was an older shortage. Okay. Yeah, I've seen them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It has to be Sriracha brand. I'm pretty sure I saw it at my Walmart, but I could be mistaken. I'm like now curious. Got me curious.
Now you're gonna look.
Yeah, I have to because I'm pretty sure I thought I saw it in my. But if I see it and it is
Mm.
on shortage, I'm getting it and making some money.
Mhm.
Gardening Warrior, I had the same thing yesterday
Yeah.
on my PC. I was typing out an email response, and whatever the word might have started with the letter P, and then all of a sudden it would just do a whole bunch of P's. And so
Mm.
then
Oh,
I would
weird.
I'd take my hands off and it kept going. And then I go backspace and then it would just erase everything beyond what I
Interesting.
had. You're awake now.
Is
Welcome.
it the rooster one? Is it got the rooster on it,
Yeah.
TN? Yeah. It's on Walmart's website.
For how
It's all
much?
over. It's all over it. So go get your stuff now.
Yeah.
You know, got to
Oh,
double check, I guess, to make sure it's the real dealio, because never
Yeah.
knows.
you might
But it
have to
looked.
restart your computer, Gardening
Mm,
Warrior.
I think I think sometimes that these scares aren't real scares.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say.
What? They hit you for just saying hello? What the heck? That's so weird. What is going on?
That is really weird.
I'm gonna have to check what's going on my side. Hold on. Where I'm not yours, Laura. Let me see. Diva. I've got like all our things open, and of course, mine's the furthest out because it's the first one I opened. Hold on. I want to go in. I gotta go in and look and see what's going on. Maybe somebody did fall asleep, and I forget where that is. Barry, if you're still here, do you remember where that is? Is it in my settings? Not no. Maybe it's in customization. The box I'm looking for, where if you get put in timeout.
Mm.
Oh, StreamYard too, I think has something, or Google does. That's it. But we have one on our YouTube too.
Mm.
That's weird. That's so strange. I don't know what's going on, why they're having issues like that. Kind of bothers me that I can't just run in and fix it because I can't remember what's the box.
Right.
What do I click on? Anyone, any creator out there, where is the box where people go and get put in timeout? Oh, here I found it. Under
Oh,
settings.
it's in community, and then
Yeah, under settings. I found it. Okay, let me see.
I didn't know which thing you were looking for.
Yeah, I'm just gonna check. I don't know. I'm gonna remove some.
Yeah, my daughter. It took probably about an hour for her because her computer wasn't responding. And it said, "Well, do a restart."
Mm-hmm.
I know
Yeah.
there was an update that just came out for the winds.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So whether
That's true. That might be happening.
that update is messing people's computers up.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah.
April 8th is coming up.
Yeah, I have some. Interesting. Removed.
Not sure what they're
Yeah.
planning, but
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm not really sure either. I am not. Not seeing you in a box yet. I'm trying to look. It's in community though, so hold on. No. Talk amongst yourselves while I'm trying to figure this darn thing out.
Suburban Hillbilly. YT timed me out on another channel for using a woman's name. It was her real name. Starts with a K and ends with an N.
Oh. I'm making a couple mods in mine because I don't have any over here.
Oh my gosh, I have so many people in that box because they're not people. There's so many trolls over the years that
Oh,
have
yes.
made it in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh my.
GT Junior. The date that's coming up. That's when there's going to be the solar eclipse, and they're saying,
oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they're saying, oh, there's going to be some people might be without power for 2 days or 5 days or a week, or all sorts of things like that.
It's funny because we've had stuff like that before and never happened.
Yeah.
Right, but see, you go, oh, this might happen, because then you can do whatever you want. And so it's like, hey, look over here, look over here, look over here. Guess what we're doing over here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And so
Q,
they
you're
are
not
saying,
in
do your best. Belt Loop 29 cute critters.
Hello.
Oh, I don't know that channel, but I know Belt Loop has quite a few. Yeah,
Belt Loop. Good to see you.
Is Belt Loop in yours, Laura?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, here saying hi to Laura. Yeah, there might be. Is that the one that completes the X mark over us? Did you guys
well, I think it's supposed to be hitting all the it's mostly hitting you guys, and it's going to hit all the towns that have Nineveh in them or something like that.
You're fine, Belt Loop. Oh, he probably thought he went into mine. Yeah. I've done that.
Yeah.
That's great. You're fine. You can give Laura some love. It's okay.
I appreciate it. I need love.
That's exactly right, Gardening Warrior. That's exactly it. Or just, it just gives them
hitting all the check marks.
Do whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's over Texas and whatever, but and they are putting warnings out. So if you are a homesteader, you make sure that you have your little contingency plan about how to communicate with your family, and make sure you've got some water and a few other things like that. Just your regular homesteading life. But whatever it is going to be, if it's nothing, then it's nothing. But if there is something, you know that it's not that, because we have a big blue screen.
Yes, we can do whatever we want. That is Belt Loop. Belt Loop has YouTube Police, and this was the one I didn't know. Belt Loop Homestead 29. Yep. I think I knew. I heard something about cute critters, and that was the one I didn't have. So welcome all of Belt Loop.
Yeah, all of the Belt Loops.
Every Belt Loop possible.
Yeah, it's out, TN, so stock up. I know you stock up on cheese because he was so happy to show me when I said I was off of it. Like a brother. Like
Look
a brother would.
Like,
you want to see how I save cheese for, the days when you're not going to get to eat it? It's all here in my house. It's good. Keep it there. I don't want it.
Yep.
Actually, I do.
I didn't want any anyway.
No, I didn't want it, but part of me wants it. Yes, you do. And he's not a prepper. Like, it's just the way he is.
Cheese. I have cheese in the freezer.
I love cheese, and I used to love to melt it at night and eat it at work.
Right. I'm the Belt Loop 29. I think that's the one.
That's his original.
I think I follow the Batman one. That's the one I follow.
Yep.
That's my.
You're just gonna have to hit my shorts. have to hit my
We'll see
shorts
it.
with all those channels, Belt Loop. Subscribe to me. I'm almost to 1,000 with all your channels, and I will hit you back.
Woo,
Not
woo,
like hit you.
woo.
Yeah, not hit you. I know we're getting there. We're
Can
getting
you give
there.
me the thumbs up, Belt Loop, too, please?
Yeah. I know. It's like we're such
It's got 4
YouTube
monitors
creators.
going. That's amazing.
I need another monitor, but then that would be more on my brain, and I don't think my brain can take it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
4
2
more
monitors is
pounds.
lovely.
Yeah, I
But
would like one more, but I don't understand like how to even use this since I got it
Yeah.
because I changed to Apple and it just messed me up completely.
mm-hmm.
Hopefully that will improve. We'll see.
Oh, okay. One live in
Okay.
each monitor. Cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, I can imagine. I
I'll put
goodness.
mine up. I don't know where it'll I don't know where it'll show up for, or if it'll show. Oh, it showed up on mine.
Yeah, I don't know if you can grab it though, like unless you're in it.
Oh, probably not.
Diva's up. I'm up. It's actually my live is Friday at 11:30 and we're still going. Oh, we hit the 3-hour mark. Gosh, we gotta
Woo-hoo!
Thank
Too
you
much
very
time.
much.
Just put it in.
Yeah.
There it is in Laura's.
And
I
then
think.
Diva and Laura
think I
are
tried to
cross
put it in
streaming
Laura.
with me.
Mm-hmm.
Sony is the way forward with the computers, or are we talking their cameras are amazing. I would love a Sony camera, but then it would sit in like my Canon does right now because
Cool.
it's too difficult to figure out yet.
There I am.
Oh, and hedgehogs. Okay.
I'm in Laura's there.
And then, can't do that. Hold on. There's just too many things. I don't know what I've done.
Ooh, that sounds good. The
Too
shaved
many
beef I cut up the other day. Gonna be griddling some Philly cheesesteaks with some of that cheese. Nice.
Oh, that
We
sounds
did.
so good. Love a good Philly
No
cheese.
belly.
We did.
There you go, Belt Loop. It's
We
in
did.
there.
We did the ground chicken.
Okay,
and
drive
instead of just
safe.
using our
Me too. Sorry.
our typical turkey kind of flavorings, we chose to you do garlic, salt, pepper, some chili peppers, and it came out more like a kielbasa flavored, and it was so good. So we used that for our charcuterie and for our sandwiches and stuff like that. So that one. And then now the other thing I want to try making, because I've seen a recipe for it, is how to make real spam. And I guess it's just
I saw
ham.
that too. I
pork
want to
shoulder.
make it too. It's pork shoulder and ham, right?
And then
Yeah.
and then whatever
Top it all up.
spices.
Oh, thank
Because
you,
I do
Suburban
like
Hillbilly.
spam.
She's helping.
I actually
Laura.
don't mind the taste of spam.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
Thank
that.
you helping me. Thank you, Suburban. Is what I email you. Oh, what the? Oh, it's because I went over to Hedgehogs and somehow it's like, I hate that about why doesn't, when you have things open like this, when we're doing a grocery, and you go from StreamYard to YouTube and it's not progressed on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If it
That's
gets
annoying.
behind the one that
Maybe
I
you have
have
to
on the
refresh it?
top,
Mm-hmm.
it stays pretty fresh.
The one you
Whoever's
have
on
on
the top.
what the other? Do you put it on
The
your
other
other
ones will be-
monitor? I don't
Yep.
understand.
But I have
Oh.
3 tabs open.
Yeah, I do too. And then when I go to check them, they're not
Uh-huh.
up. It's really weird. They're
Mhm.
like, I don't know. They're delayed.
Yeah, well, right now I've just brought
Thank
back up
you.
yours, and it's just rolling through all of them, like the whole thing. So we're seeing J3G's, we're seeing Janet's channel and all that. So
Sup,
sup,
man.
sup.
Bro. Sup, bro. Sony makes the best lens and image sensors, bar none, well aside from the $1 million TV and movie.
Thank you, Belt Loop 29
Yes,
Homestead,
thank
for
you
that.
very much. Appreciate it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you, Belt Loop.
Thank you very much. Yeah, you and Jonesy have helped Diva and I out a lot, and we really appreciate you. Thank you.
Mhm.
And so, of course, originally has Homestead Aquarius. Salute to the man wherever he is right now, whether in the background or having a nap.
Yeah, he missed the pepper talk. He'll have to go back.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He might not have. You never know with Homestead Aquarius. He could be in the bushes somewhere. But then again, he could also be in Minecraft and have fallen in a mine or gone down a lava slide.
True. Did
Yeah.
anybody,
Thank
you know,
you,
go-
Grumpus. Appreciate you, Grumpus. Thank you.
Mhm.
Sony, here it is. Sony makes the cameras for the iPhone. So if you
Thank you.
spend the same money on a Sony as you do on an iPhone, you get a much better. Yeah, I got a cheaper phone, but get a Sony camera. Yeah,
Mhm.
that might be something to do. Maybe. I like my phone. I don't like that it takes pictures. Let's see if it's doing that tonight. Let's see.
Yep. Mine
Look at
does too.
that.
Yeah.
Are you kidding? It's taking that many.
Mm-hmm. Mine
Do they
does it
show
too.
up on your phone?
No, it's going somewhere. Now
Yeah.
it stopped. What was that? Just when I held it up.
Mm-hmm.
So anytime you move it, probably it's
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And
I
your
might
stuff
need
has done
to-
that too,
I
Laura?
might need to
Yeah.
change.
Mine does that too.
Oh, Misty,
Misty.
you get up this early in the morning, lady?
Good to see you.
Wow, good to see
Thank you
you.
for coming in.
Yes, thank you. And I have to say a big shout out to Miss T with the T because she's been helping a lot of YouTubers and Almost
Yes.
Homesteading with Janet put myself on the list today for Miss T with the T and friends,
Oh, that's
like meeting
sweet.
new friends. I forget the hashtag though, Miss T with the T, so I need to get with it. I think you had a hashtag for it. Or is it
Meeting new friends.
I don't think that's what I don't know. I don't think it's called that.
What is the thing she's doing? You didn't.
I'm asking her what the
Oh,
hashtag
okay.
is.
Nice.
My brain just went. But yeah, if she, I think she had a hashtag
Still on.
for it. Nice, nice, nice. What that you got a picture taken of? That it just
Mhm.
took a picture
It'll
of
do
your
it.
Grumpus on farm.
Will it do it with the with
I think-
Androids?
I don't know. It says it does it with most phones that have facial recognition. That it takes multiple
you have
pictures.
that turned. You have that turned on your phone?
I don't know if I do it for certain things. Yeah, like
So then
my
that's why.
my PayPal. Yeah, I do that.
Yeah, I don't.
So nobody's getting into my PayPal and things like that. Like certain ones that are pretty spectacular,
Mhm.
private. I do
Yeah.
the facial
Yeah,
recognition,
Yeah.
but
I don't do the facial recognition at all.
you don't do any of
I did.
that.
No, I
I
did. I
think
used
they
to do
do
the
it.
fingerprint
Yeah,
and stuff, but I went, nope, not having that. You don't need to have my face or my fingerprint on
already-
file
they-
anymore,
yeah.
or my voice. So I don't
Yeah.
use any of those commands
Mm,
either. You
yeah.
know, and my bank always goes, would you like to leave a voice imprint for voice recognition? It's like, no, I
No.
don't want to do that. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
My name's Flo, actually, and I don't want to do that today.
There we go. It's like a YTTV guy, but it was started with you, Miss T, and we really appreciate you. Thank you so much.
That is awesome.
Thank you so much for pulling us all in and supporting one another. We need
Yeah.
that. Need somebody like that in the community. You and
Well, that's
J3GS
awesome.
Farm.
It's a YouTube TV guide to say who's going
Mhm.
live, when, and where.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I know Miss T usually at the end of her,
Mhm.
she'll be naming off all of the ones that are going on for the next.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
couple
that
days.
helps her out quite a bit.
Bob,
Yeah.
it's Bob o'clock. You're
telling
our
you,
wait, sir.
Even though you're not doing it, they got it anyway. They do.
Yeah,
They've
yeah.
got it
Oh, yeah.
anyway. They've been spying on us with TVs before we even knew that
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
they had that kind of.
Yeah.
So they
I-
even now, like with the what's above us in the air,
Mm-hmm.
we
Yeah.
saw just a little hint of it when they supposedly took out Osama. Remember that when they were showing the heat
Mm-hmm.
of him in the room? You could
Mm-hmm.
see the shadows and oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's even way better
Yeah,
now
I
with
do
AI.
remember.
Way better.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have to go and figure that out, and I don't know if I can do all that. That's the other
Yeah.
truth too, because I don't
Yeah.
remember.
My friend, she does actually put a little piece of tape over her camera. She
Oh,
doesn't.
okay.
Yeah. So
That's a
that she
good idea.
doesn't use. But I said, I use my camera, so I have to,
Yeah.
there.
Oh, maybe a little post-it or some like not the sticky part on the camera because I don't want that junk to have to clean off. So maybe I'll just put it on the very top and fold it over. I do put clothes on my like if I take it in the restroom while I'm, showering, and somebody told me they don't even do that because of the moisture, but I've done it for so long. I put clothes on top of it so you can't see nothing.
Mhm.
Does
Yeah.
that? None of that.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know about Loop. If I'm not on it, I don't know if I'm interested. Did I get put on it? It's web page. How do we get on that list? Because I've been a regular live stream for quite a while, so I want to get on that list before I shout it out.
Hmm.
Yeah, very. Wait a minute. Where am I? Sorry, guys. I'm probably going to have to call it because I'm getting a little loopy.
Yeah, me too.
Well, a little more loopy than usual. Yeah, probably a little sleepy would be it.
Hmm.
Yeah, the smart TVs are intrusive trash. I love the way you said it. That sounds just like my daughter. She'll call things trash.
Yeah.
Not much, but
They're so trashy.
yeah, right. Customs has your face already. There you go. Truth. You ever walk through an airport? They've got you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
A
yeah.
few stores. Oh, that's cool. Like stores like people have on YouTube. That's cool. Hey, what about me? Wait a minute. What the?
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Hello. It's my live belt loop. What about
it's
me?
It's her live. I'm just joining. Appreciate it. Though.
Hello. Little, Diva and I would like to be put on that too.
I just went to Laura's site and clicked it
Alright.
on.
Let me just get over there. Belt loop. I'm just teasing you, by the way. Is this one that you did? Belt loop? So then what do? We contact the person who has this list?
Email, check the mailbox to send to email. Click the mailbox to email us.
Oh.
Oh, it doesn't work for me. It's because I'm in Canada. It takes longer.
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna work for me. It's already on. It's okay. I see how it starts.
I think I have too many things open right now.
Yeah. Yeah. So then who do you oh, Sevenkin is on there. And I've been to Al. Okay. I'll have to come back to my page because I can't read what's going on in my own StreamYard.
Mm-hmm.
You can email him. Okay. Whose website is that?
Southern QA.
Thank you. Yeah, but I mean, is that somebody that it's a YouTuber that we know? Like it is a Devil Dog or you or like who has that? The website. Am I just wondering? Or Jesse? I know, right? Miss T, that's what you gotta get.
Hello, Big Rhoda show.
Oh, Big Rooster Show's in there. Wait, why isn't he not showing up on my?
He's in.
Oh, there
He's
he
in
is. He's
mine.
way up. Sorry, Big
Yeah.
Rooster Show. What's up? What's up? Good to see you. I'm sorry, I was busy. I think you went live today, and I didn't get to go to any pretty much after Carol's because I had one going, and then I had Malachi after that dinner. Then hubby's home. Then Malachi to bed. Then going live. Friday's a busy day for me. Good busy though.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's like back to back to back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. That's
Going out of the
that's
box.
his channel is Web's Web. Okay. Thanks, Spell Loop. Appreciate it. Oh, growing out of the box. What's up? Now, are these people getting up, or did they just realize that we still going? Bob, what about? Yep. G, my hero. I wanna. Oh, okay. None of that in the side chat. Be nice. You did? Well, then I know you're probably following her soon if you've sent her to bed. Easy, Bob. That's been very entertaining, educational. Good night, ladies. Good night. Have a good night, Grumpus on Fire.
Night, Grumpus. Thanks
Good
for
night.
coming.
I'm gonna call. Appreciate it. Well, guys, thank you. Oh, now, welcome back to my chat, GT Junior. I am gonna call it. It's been 3-hour live. The 3-hour live. The 3-hour.
A 3-hour live.
So what time are you on tomorrow?
Diva is
I am
on. Go ahead.
7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I think that's 9 for you.
Okay. And Monday we're going to be on. I'm going to be interviewing Diva on my channel at
Woo-hoo.
12 Central.
Oh, very cool. Okay.
Yeah.
12 Central. Okay, so that's 1
11
o'clock.
for you.
Wait, no, Central, and it goes one more
Yeah.
hour forward. So
yeah.
it's 1 for me if it's
Yeah.
12 Central.
Yeah.
Okay. That's on
10
Monday.
o'clock, 10 o'clock
Yep.
Pacific Standard
Very
Time for
cool.
me.
I gotta
Cool.
I'll make a thing and everything for it tomorrow. So
Awesome.
a thingy thing.
All right. Well, thank you,
Make the
everybody.
thing.
Mhm.
Hey, you know it.
Yeah.
Hey, I get. I don't get to talk to people. I talk to people who don't talk
Yeah.
right now. Have a good night,
Good night,
everybody. Thank
everybody.
you very much for coming
Good
in.
night, everybody.
Thank you. Bye, everybody. Bye, guys.